What's up, everybody? Welcome to the J-Mo Show. I appreciate you all for joining. Got a lot to talk about. Your Honor 10 season finale. Whoa. Like, is it really going to end like that? I mean, I know it can't be that much more story. At least give me another 2 episodes. Damn. And Adam, what a dumbass. And all the stuff that's going on, I still want to see at least 2-3 more episodes of Your Honor. You don't need to give me a whole new season, but I at least need 2 more. Give me 2 more. What's up with this Real Housewives of Atlanta? They sure know how to stretch a damn episode. This Vacation. How many episodes of Vacation is this? Damn. They've been dragging and teasing about this dungeon for how many episodes? Will y'all put that stuff on and let me see them tickle bitties hang out already? Okay. And why y'all have to have a discussion about how Kenya Moore ain't worth a damn? That should not be a shocker. I mean, she's the most selfish person ever. People, if you got a friend or you got a woman like this, leave them. Your man like this, that's a selfish person. They have friends for their needs. Not because we're friends and we get along. No, you make me laugh, or you entertain me, or you have a hookup with this or that, or you always got a car and can always be the one to drive this or that, or you always got money or to hook up on the weed, or you got a way to give me a job, or you always nice and could loan me money. What the hell do they be doing though? You know, what do they? And you know, I've had friends like that. It don't matter if you've known them since grade school or what. Yeah, they may have did one thing back then, but then they didn't use you up for every little need. And whenever you need something, you can't count on them. They busy. They got something else to do. So that's Kenya Moore. Really. And that little sad story about I don't have nobody. I'm just he doing this for New York. Girl, that's your fault. You ain't got nobody. You run everybody off. I'm with Portia. You got money. You got the ability to do stuff, but you don't trust nobody. That's because you treat everybody like crap. That's, again, her fault. She talking about how she got to bring her baby, this, that, and the other on the trip. You should have let your other friends know so they could have brought their babies. Y'all could have had more than one nanny. Whatever. It's crazy. Dumb. I mean, her and Adam from Your Honor should have hooked up. They'd have been a good couple. Straight up. What else we got going on this week? Judas and the Black Messiah. Man, dope movie. I'm glad that this type of movie came out, and I wish more movies like this did come out, because a lot of people don't see the type of things that happen whenever it was some type of black leaders trying to do something positive, that they were killed, taken out, framed, set up, infiltrated, and they were trying to really uplift the community and do positive things. And so it's always something with that. And people today, if they don't know the history of all of these things that happen, they think maybe the people today, whatever group that you may be thinking about, you may think, well, they in this position because they can't do any better, or this is just what it is. And if you're not familiar with the history of people trying to keep people down for different reasons, different ways, different groups, you don't have really a true perspective of what's going on, you know. And also, I'm going to get into The Lady and the Dale on HBO. You talk about a hell of a story. I mean, they couldn't even make this up in Hollywood. This story is so crazy about this guy named Jerry. I can't remember his all this. I'll get into it in a minute. But then he became a transgender woman and transitioned, but he was a con man at one point. Then when he became a transgender woman working at this one company with patents and came across this person who was trying to get a patent for a 3-wheel car. This is in the 60s, 70s when gas was really tight, and they thought this would be a great idea, marketed it, got millions of dollars up front, never was able to produce it. And I'm talking about what a wild ride, literally. And I ain't talking about because it was on 3 wheels. You know what I'm saying? This was a crazy story. The finale of it was tonight. I believe it was a 4-part story, 4 or 5. So crazy. Let me go ahead and get into these comments, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to get in depth on the reviews. And of course, as always, I am going to make it a live call-in show. So if you all want to live call in and talk, chop it up, we could do that. Of course, I got to sip on a little bit of oil. And of course, as always, you see right here, BPA free. You want to make sure you get every plastic product you can BPA free. Melanie, what's up, Melanie? How you doing? I appreciate your support, sis. I appreciate everybody that came out on movie night yesterday on Twitch. We watched Judas and the Black Messiah. We had a great time. We had a little speed bump along the way. But for the most part, we was all able to, enjoy the night, move on. And I appreciate everybody for coming out. I did get a little tired and fall asleep. I might want to play something else, but I started getting tired. All right. Now that I done got a little liquidated. Also, last week tonight with John Oliver is back on. That's another one of my favorite shows, but it's on right now, so I ain't able to watch it. But I'll be able to talk about it tomorrow. My brother Vaughn, the hell with Adam is right, man. What an asshole. What a type of person that doesn't appreciate what somebody has done for you. And that's another thing. If you all are watching and you are young, I don't think I got too many viewers Adam's age, 18 or 19. If I do got somebody at teenage years, go ahead and let me know. Give me a shout out. But I think I do got a few people that's in their early 20s that watch. Your parents love you, man. Most of us, or whoever's there for you. Grandma, whoever, they ain't trying to tell you stuff to spoil your fun or to ruin your time. People that's been around a while, longer than you especially, have seen things happen. History repeats itself. A lot of things happen. Like people are calling, trying to let you know this, say don't do this, that, because they know that it's probably a bad idea a lot of times. And this damn fool, especially at the very end, not answering that damn phone, and then turning it off. Who the hell do you think you are? That pissed me off, boy. You better answer that damn phone. That's his damn father. It ain't like he grown 30, 40 years old. John Blaze, what's up? What's up? He wasn't a likable character at all. He was a disconnected little privileged little punk. You ain't seen Your Honor, but I still watch your reviews anyway. Don't even care about the spoilers. Oh man, support gaming. You would love Your Honor, especially the way you love good shows and writing. Yeah, well, John, I didn't think it would be renewed because the way that the show was headed, unless it started to go along with seeing what everybody else was doing, I knew it could be solved in one season, but I didn't think it would end the way it did. And, that's the problem. I want to see what happened next, at least one more episode. So, Brother Trini, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Everybody, appreciate it. If you all haven't already, to go ahead and switch to Twitch. Go ahead and log in or sign up if you haven't already. I got to give a shout out to my girl Sally, logged in on Twitch. I appreciate you for being there on Twitch. I'm trying to get my Twitch milestone, the last milestone I need completed, where then I can have a full-fledged Twitch account. So I really need everybody's support. If you could, go ahead and sign up. Melanie, I'm glad you had a good time watching on movie night on Twitch with Judas and the Black Messiah. All right, before I get started, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and type in the comments. Where should I start? Should I start with Real Housewives, Your Honor, Judas, or Lady in the Dale? Got what? Real Housewives, Your Honor, Judas, Lady in the Dale. That's 4 subjects to talk about. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it a live call-in show and talk about the news as well. So let's see what y'all say I should go with first. Adam did bring all this death and everything on himself. You ain't lying. Hey, you're right. That black SUV never was explained. They never talked about who it was his mom was with. I didn't see that coming though either. And we don't know if that was part of it or was that an accident. Rashonda, what's up, sis? All right, you want to know about Judas? All right, Judas. All right, we got a couple people, Your Honor. Judas was a rat fink. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do Judas because that's not going to take that long. And then I'll get into Your Honor because Your Honor is going to take a little bit more time. That's a little more things to say. And, you know, Adam going to piss me off. So I might as well talk about this first, although this kind of pissed me off as well. So if you all are not familiar, Judas and the Black Messiah is a new movie on HBO Max. Now, this movie is based off of true events of Fred Hampton, who was the chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party in 1968. Now, the role of Fred Hampton is played by Daniel Kaluuya, and you all may know him from Get Out, as well as he was in Black Panther and Widows, Sicario, and others. And then it also is about Bill O'Neill. Now, Bill O'Neill is played by Lakeith Stanfield, who you may know from Sorry to Bother You. He was also in Get Out, but he had a smaller role. And he was in Knives Out, Selma, Sarah, and others. So, Bill O'Neill, okay, this movie is based kind of off of when Bill O'Neill was speaking in an interview on Eyes on the Prize Part 2. So they kind of recreate the interview with Lakeith Stanfield talking, looking like him, and then at the end they actually show the actual interview. And so he's talking a little bit about what happened. He was a petty car thief, and a lot of people don't know if you impersonate a police officer or FBI agent or whatever, you get more time than actually just doing the crime. And so he tried to impersonate a cop, FBI agent, and try to steal a car. He ended up getting busted. They used that as leverage against him. But one of the things that they did is they asked him, how did you feel about Dr. King's death? And he said, were you upset? He said, yeah, a little bit. He said, well, what about Malcolm X? And he said, I didn't really think about that. A lot of people didn't pick up on that, but what it was he was trying to see, were you more upset with which one, to see really whose ideology did you follow more. If you would have been upset that Malcolm X was killed, then you might have been a little more militant, pro-black type of brother, and maybe he wouldn't have been the right one for their plan to infiltrate what the Black Panthers had going on. So when he said that he really didn't care to think about it too much, then he realized, okay, maybe we could use him. He ain't that militant. He more of a nonviolent approach, a more passive person as far as the movement goes. Now, we later see, and as we know today, that the Black Panthers really wasn't about violence. They was about having arms and protecting and policing their own community more so than trying to go and kill police. Now, they weren't afraid to fight back, and it was more of a reason of because back then police were killing unarmed people and doing racist acts similar to today. And so one of the things that they even kind of showed in the movie is when he was wearing a wire, Bill O'Neill, he came with some C4 and tried to get them to go along with it. And they was like, man, are you crazy? Get this up out of here. You go and bombing them and blowing them up, they going to go bomb and blow all of us up. So he knew that they really wasn't about that. It was more about making change the right way and trying to make it, stand and stick. Now, he met Fred Hampton, and he basically started to become a Panther and join the movement because they had him over a barrel, getting ready to show him the 50 states, if you know what I mean, because he got busted with the car thief. They said that was like a year and some change. Then he can get another 5 or 6 years for impersonating the officer. So he was looking at about 5 to 7 years in jail. And so instead of doing his time for the crime that he committed, he decided he gonna be an informant and frame and put people in jail for something they didn't do for his crime. It was really messed up. It's kind of sad what happened with the whole situation. He ended up setting him up, told all kind of information. They said that he ended up making over $200,000 during his time because of money he was collecting from being an informant, which is a lot of money, especially back then. And he, one of the questions they asked him, and this is the actual footage they show, is what would you tell your son about your actions and what you did? And he was saying that would be up to everybody else, but that he would say that at least he wasn't on the front line, at least he wasn't on the sidelines, at least he did something, at least he was a part of it. We later learned that after that Eyes on the Prize interview was released, that he committed suicide. At least that is what was said. So, it's some heavy stuff. It was a great movie. It was very informative. I watched it with my son today, although I was a little tired and started to fall asleep, but I done seen the movie 3-4 times already. But it's definitely informative because you can see that this is what's crazy. So the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, said that the Black Panther Party is just as dangerous as the Klan. And that's what the FBI agent was saying. They're just as dangerous. They're just as big of a threat. Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they were able to take out the Black Panther Party, but the Klan still exists? They didn't try to systematically kill the Klan leaders or take them out. They still exist to this day. And I just think that that's just some more stuff that make people have problems with the way things are with the system. So let's see. We got Tierra and Wilkes. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Chris P, what up? What up? Trini, you say informant. He was a rat, top notch, sellout. That's another level. I mean, you're right. Yeah, he wasn't just an informant. He was, boy, top notch, sellout. I mean, he was doing it for a period of years. So he didn't do it that long for Fred Hampton. I mean, Fred Hampton was really a great motivational speaker. He only died, he was 21 years old. 21. What a baby. He was reuniting the rednecks because they was in Chicago with the damn Confederate flag all meeting together. And he went in there and talked to them and had them united. He united the Puerto Rican gangs. He united the black gangs all under one, the Rainbow Coalition. That's what it really originally meant, because it had people from every color, every walk of life as one rainbow together. When I grew up, the Rainbow Coalition, that was on King Drive. That's Jesse Jackson. It's Operation Push, Rainbow Coalition. That's the headquarters. Now, he wasn't as great of a speaker as Fred Hampton, but imagine like if Fred Hampton would have been able to live, what he could have maybe accomplished if he would have ran into politics, ran for Congress or something. You never know. What's up, Bill Woods? How you doing, man? Your Honor. Again, some people don't get how I can do that, but sometimes you actually pick up on stuff you missed the first time. Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah, so Judas and the Black Messiah, if you ain't seen it, it's on HBO Max. Also, I got it on my Twitch platform right now. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to Twitch. It's JAYMOOREREVIEWS. I don't really say too much in that movie. Don't want to spoil it, and didn't want to talk over the movie because there's a lot of deep dialogue going on. But if you don't got HBO Max, you can go on over there and check it on out. All right. Now, let's get to Your Honor. Your Honor 10. Your Honor is finally over, y'all. I can't believe it. Damn, man, this was a really, really good show. I almost want to bump it up to a 9, man. What do y'all think? What do you all rate Your Honor? Let me know in the comments. What would you give Your Honor? The entire series. I'm thinking about moving it up to a 9. You can't give 8.5 for a 10-part miniseries. Damn, this was really good. It was. Let me see what y'all putting in there. What y'all rate for the series, Your Honor. So we finally get to Your Honor Part 10. This dumbass Adam. Dumbass Adam. Damn, what a dumbass. After all everybody has put on the line, risked everything, this boy is still trying to. Do I like the ending? I do like the ending, but I want one more episode at least. I don't like the ending, if that makes sense. I like that he got his in the end, but I don't like that we just ended with him holding him bleeding out. Like, let me see a little bit more. What's happening with everybody? You know, is Michael gonna go to jail? Is little Chubster gonna get away? Who paid him? What is that, on his own? John Blaze give it an 8. One Journey give it an 8. J-Dub, Joffrey Washington give it an 8. So I think why Jimmy hugged Baxter at the hotel is because Michael was watching, and he wanted to kind of drive him crazy by letting him know, yeah, I got access to your son. He's in my arms. I could kill him right now if I wanted to, and there's nothing you can do about it. I think that was a psychological mind fork. He tried to mind fork him, and it kind of worked. You saw how he went crazy and ran in there. Jay, you think they're gonna come for a second season? Give it a 9. It was some good writing. It was some good writing. Um, I don't think it's gonna be a second season, but it could be because it is a lot of fallout with Bryan Cranston. And we have seen shows where you lose somebody and they keep going. The main character, look at Game of Thrones. They killed Ned Stark, and that was just the beginning we come to see. So they could, but I could have used 2 more episodes and then that would have been good enough. Cable usually gives you 10, but if it would have been regular TV, we could have got 13 or 16. Okay, I'm checking back out. You ain't watched Your Honor yet. All right, Coco, go ahead and check out. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. I'm going to have you come through in a minute, Tamika. You seen Your Honor? If you ain't seen Your Honor, you ain't ready. I don't want you to come and just be sitting there. I don't want to waste you now. I don't want to waste you, just have you sitting there and you ain't seen it. Yeah, Adam, boy, dumbass. It was good, but was looking forward to more seasons. Yeah, I know, right? Too many unanswered questions. Yeah, you ain't lying. They kind of left it on a cliffhanger, kind of. So I guess it could come back without Adam. I think it would have been better with Adam alive, though. Damn, Eugene. I know that's right. More like Pugene, because he came with the foulness. P-U. Pugene. Pugene came with the foulness. I know I'm going to get some clap back, but I'd rather Your Honor over this Power Goes too, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's a different kind of show. I like Your Honor a little better than Book 2 Ghosts because Your Honor is a more kind of mature show. And, not that Book 2 Ghosts was kiddie, it wasn't, but just the little college stuff and the younger feel with Tariq, it was all right. It was better than I thought it was going to be. That's by far. It was better than I thought, but it wasn't original Power. You know what I mean? It wasn't Coke Classic. It was Coke 2. It was all right, but it wasn't Coke Classic. Eugene with the bad aim. So, yeah, that's what it was. He was trying to hit Carlo, and that's what I thought he was going to do. And that was horrible aim because that was way on the other side of the room. So, I figured that, Tamika. That's why I'm awake, girl. It's all good. I ain't forgot about you. Just hold on. I don't want to have you just sitting there looking in the box and just going back and forth out the kitchen. We get to you. 5 people died because of Adam. Yeah. And because of Michael. And even more died because, remember, they blew up that whole house. So the mama and how many kids? 2, 3 more kids? 4 kids? His whole family died. You think Brian directed episode 10? I have to look and see. It'll say right here. Yeah, Bryan Cranston directed. You ain't think that. It say it right there on the screen, Chris. It's all good though, man. Okay. Yeah, One Journey. This is why, to me, it's the perfect ending. Just how Rocco died, so Adam died. And you know what, Trini? I'm glad you brought that up. That's exactly why Baxter pulled the girl away from him so that he could lay there and die by himself, dripping blood like he left his son. And that's exactly why he did that. And she wanted to go ahead, but he wouldn't let her. Yeah. Okay. So he said no season 2. Yeah. And I don't think they really needed a season 2. I just think that they needed to give us 2 more episodes at least. And that would have been enough. 2 more, 3 more, and that would have been perfect. 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 Used to think Reek was the dumbest actor on TV, but Adam take the cake. Adam is a complete moron. What it is Adam is more about he's a disconnected, selfish, little privileged boy. And he didn't know or appreciate the gravity of the situation. And How in the world can you be trying to date the sister of the man you killed, the brother of her, but you killed him, and she's gonna always bring that up. You all talking about going on a road trip together. Like, how could you always be with her and she bring, how selfish, how low, that was horrible. On impulse, he was pissed off that Carlo got off, so that's on Michael. I mean, kinda you right, kinda you not, because Michael kind of didn't have a choice. Because if Carlo would have went to jail, then Adam would have been dead anyway. Maybe even Michael too, and everybody else. But that's exactly what happened. If Carlo didn't hug his mother, he might have caught that bullet. But that movement right at that time allowed for the bullet to go and hit Adam. But I know what you mean, though, Trini, about because he let him off. If he would have put him in jail, dude wouldn't have been trying to kill him. True. But if he wouldn't have got him off, then Adam would have been dead too. So either way, kind of, Adam is beyond slow, Melanie. You are so right. What an idiot. He's so slow, he ain't even moving. He's non-mobile. Man, what an idiot. And he should have stayed with his teacher. That would have been perfect. She was ready to go with him to New York. He'd have had him a sugar mama. He would have been out of town. He could have moved on with his life. Jimmy and his wife knew what was up when Adam left the courtroom to use his inhaler. Yep. Like another, he's an idiot. He's made one wrong move after another. Adam cost them everything. Everything. And yeah, when they heard that, they needed. Adam needs a guy. Adam don't like cigar. Now let me ask you guys this. Do you think who was right and who was wrong? Was Michael right because he didn't want to tell Adam that his mom was cheating with another dude? Like, we don't know what's going on with that. They left that question unanswered. Who was that in the pictures? Was Adam wrong for not telling him, or was the grandma right for telling him that his mama was cheating? Because like Michael said, she's dead. Now she can't defend herself. And now it's nothing that she can explain or nothing. You done made her look bad. Yeah, she was doing that, but he can't, like he said, he can't yell at her. He can't ask her questions. So he can only get but so much information. And so I don't know. If I was Adam's father, I wouldn't have told him, at least at that age, that his mom was cheating. Maybe when he was in his mid-20s or something, or 30s, maybe I would have told him. By then he's been grown. He'd had an understanding of how relationships work a little better, and he could have made it what it was. But at 17, and he was putting his mom on a pedestal and everything, I don't think that I would have said that. I wouldn't have wanted to be the one to tarnish his mom's reputation in his mind. That would be something that he would have to have on his own, or he would have to find on his own until at least he got a little older. Then if we had that conversation, then I would be honest and bring it up. Just like Michael said, the grandma talking about she feel better and she was honest, but you can't always go and say all of that stuff, because you feel better. Now, what you don't take into account the other side of that coin. So say you ain't had no sympathy for Adam and Michael. Yeah, I know, right? They was doing wrong. There's no, and I do understand and have sympathy for Michael, and that's because I'm a dad, and as a single parent as well as Michael, He a single dad. I'm a single dad. I know how hard it is. And my son is about to be 17 next month, actually. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, everybody. She's going to be 84 years old. So, hey, I feel so lucky to still have my mom around. And, hey, if you all wish her a happy birthday, you know, she'll appreciate it. Mom, I love you. Happy birthday tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow as well. Anyway, as a single parent, especially as a dad with a son, man, you know, a lot of people don't really care about single dads or support a single dad, especially if you got a boy and things. And, you know, the system is just something else. But I'm not as fortunate as, you know, Michael, because I'm not a judge making at least over 100K a year. But because they had a nice house and then they had a nice house behind a nice house. We ain't got it like that. But just the thing of trying to do whatever it is you can for your son and protect your son and love your son, really, I could relate. And I would pray to God my son did not get into that situation. And if he did, I really, really pray that he would be as up forth and honest and tell me as much as he can. And please listen to me, whatever I'm trying to tell you. So, you know, I do got a story about one person I know that was on the run from the police. I can tell y'all that story in a second. Let me get to a couple of these comments right quick. That if y'all want to hear the story, I'll tell you the story. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe you guys may think it's a little more interesting than me. It's not one of the you know, craziest stories that I got, but they call me and I had to tell them some good advice. But you said you see how both of them looked at Adam John dead giveaway. You ain't lying. Yeah. I told you, man. It was a problem. Lee was really hurt. She slapped the mess out of Michael. Michael, hey man, you can't tell women sometimes certain things, man. It was over. And that one, he messed up when he said, go ahead if it make your conscience feel better, clear your conscience. Because then he tried to make it seem like, oh, this is on you. And that's what pissed her off, I think, the most. He shouldn't have did that. And on top of everything else he said. Grandma was right to tell him. In my book, down to the end, this entire situation, swallow Michael. This why Lee asked, who are you? Guilt had Michael doing all type of immoral things. I feel you, Trini, and you got a point there. You should always maybe say some stuff, keep it real. But at the same time, if you the dad, you don't want to be the one telling dirt on somebody's mom to the kid. I wouldn't badmouth, you know, my son, mom, and sometimes you telling the truth and then it sounds bad, but that's what happened. But for the most part, that right there, like he would have just been telling the truth, but that would sound bad, and you know, she can't defend herself. And I think he should tell him, but at a different date and time. You want to see the original Israeli show, Kavodo, His Honor in Hebrew. Where can I find the show online? I've Googled the title but can't find it. You're the first person, and this is the first of me even hearing about it. So I definitely can't tell you how to find it. But I will tell you on the Fire Stick, if you got it jailbroke, they do have all kind of apps. I had Canadian TV, Israeli TV. I had all kind of different apps. So I was watching stuff from all around the world. Wasn't that interesting to me, but it was on there. Also, because of the pandemic, if you notice, there's been a lot of foreign shows out. There's this one show that's pretty good called 30 Coins, which is about the 30 pieces of silver that was paid to Judas It's been on HBO for the last couple weeks, and that 30 Pieces of Silver still survives to this day. And whoever gets to unite all 30 pieces gets to have some type of power, this, that, and the other. I've missed a few episodes. It's in Spanish, and it's got subtitles. And I see a lot of Netflix movies coming out are either foreign films, and they instead of, because they know Americans don't like subtitles, too much work, we're lazy. They've been overdubbing them. This movie Below Zero I watched on Netflix was pretty good, and it was overdubbed. Melanie, thank you so much for wishing my mom happy birthday. She getting up there. She still be turning up and kicking it though. But I'm blessed to have them. Have her still alive and with me. So my dad's birthday was in January, and then my mom in February, and then my son in March. So my three most important people back to back to back. Yeah, it is a blessing, man. I've been real fortunate. Sad thing, we never knew how Adam was thinking. We could see his action, but not his thought. You ain't lying. I know he was thinking, damn, I messed up. I done forked up now. You know I done forked up, right? I done forked up now. So when did grandma have the time to tell Adam about his mom infidelity? That's a good point. I guess she was supposedly trying to tell him early in the morning because he couldn't find him early in the morning. But who goes and calls somebody and wakes them up with this, oh, good morning. Hey, by the way, your mama liked the little schlong on the side. Have a great day at school. Grandma, love you. Mama like a little schlong on the side, preferably dark meat. You know how they do in the French Quarter, baby. Have a great day at school. Don't forget your book bag. Trini, Jay, I'm not a single dad, but I got two boys and a princess from the minute of birth. I already know I'm not going to cover murder toe. No. That's a good one. I'm not going to try to cover up a murder, but I would be trying to figure out, get a lawyer, this, that, and the other. We would try to figure out something. Now, if he got away with it, maybe we could cover it up. Ba-doom, boom. Thanks, One Journey. Appreciate it. But no, I ain't gonna go to jail and do all of that and stuff. But man, woo, it is something else, man. We never did find out who Robin was sexing with. Lil Mo. That's who I thought it was gonna be too. Lil Mo. And I'm disappointed we ain't find out. Jay, tomorrow on the live, we gonna sing happy birthday to your moms, bro. 84, big milestone. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, whatever you guys, if you all want to send a little something, Cash App or PayPal, whatever is sent to me today or tomorrow, I'm gonna send to my mom, and I'm gonna put something with it too, because I want her to go ahead and get a little birthday drink or do whatever she want to do. So I'll send her a little something, PayPal. So, hey, I appreciate it. You guys have been great and supportive, and every little bit that you send to me, I'm gonna send to my mom. So far, I think Melanie sent a little something, so I'm gonna send that, and whatever else I get today and tomorrow, we'll go ahead and send that along with a little something, so that she can have a good time. So appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna sing that happy birthday. Why did the bailiff escort Eugene into the judge's chamber without prior permission? Eugene, yeah, that's the great ghost. Weird. That was very weird. You can't go into the judge chambers like that. And who is Lee talking about bringing him in to identify him and believing these kids over him like that and doing all this work for free? Ain't she worried about her damn job? Michael was in a tough situation. He wanted to do the right thing from the beginning, but he knew Jimmy wasn't going to accept the truth, which would have been a certain death situation. That's true. And we forget about that, Trini. So you ain't gonna walk your son to get killed in jail either. And that's basically what ended up happening is they killed Kofi Jones. That would have been Michael. They would have made him kill Michael. Jay, what about telling him and then doing just what he did by saying your mom was a lot of lovely things and one bad thing don't define her? I just think there's always a way to be honest. That's true, but it's a different point in time. So like some things that I learned or was told about my mom, I wasn't told when I was a teenager. I was told when I was a little older and got a better understanding on relationships and things. And I can look at it as, well, that's just how men and women or people can be. Whereas I didn't look at it as you talk about my mom, So when you get a little older, you're able to see things from different perspectives, especially if my dad saying one thing, I know how men and women are in relationships. So some things he may say I take with a grain of salt. Whereas if I was younger, I would have looked at it as my dad this or that. Would you cover up for your son? Would you go to jail for him? That's a great question, man. Before I get into that, let me get to a couple more of these. Yeah, hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Sally, I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, we still talking about your honor. I'll be done in a second, Coco. Karen, thank you, Mom. You got a little something coming from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen Jones. I appreciate it. Now, would I go to jail for my son, man? Wow. That's a tough one, man. That is a real tough one. Depending on what the charge is, how long. That's a real tough one, man. A real tough one. I don't know. Maybe for a little bit of time, depending on how long and the charge. If I had to go to jail for life, wow, man, I have no idea. That is really deep, man. That would be really, that's not a simple no or yes or no answer for me, to be honest. I would really be thinking a lot about it. That's how much I probably love my son, maybe a little too much. I probably relate to Michael a little too much. Don't do my son wrong, man. I might let him get away with it. No. I don't know, man. That is something else, boy. Woo. Chris P. Michael should have gotten some lead booty before the big reveal about Adam. You ain't lying, boy. Lee is fine, boy. Fine. But Carmen Njogo, as I've had a crush on her for 20 years. She been in since Metro with Eddie Murphy. Carmen has been killing them. I mean, she's really beautiful woman. Like everything. She's a dime to me. Like you could talk about Portia Williams or people on Real Housewives. Like I would take Carmen over them. With big booties dragging down, leaving a little trail in the sand to know where they went, and tits ahoy. I don't need all that. She's a regular, beautiful woman, perfect the way she is. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little more simple. Sally, I know my mom loved to hear that. I remember back in the day, she used to lie about her age. Yeah, I remember, Mom. Now it's funny. As women, you lie about your age when you between mid-30s. That's when you start to lie. And then in the 40s, some women lie. That's when most of them start. And then you once you get into the late 60s And if you're looking good for your age, now you want to let everybody know. Now you want, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, she would not tell you how old she was for a long time, most of my life. Now she want to let you know, you know. But you know, my mom has been an inspiration to me and has done a lot of stuff. I had to maybe toot my mama's horn tomorrow. But of course that's my mom. But y'all should know I separate stuff. So I look at it one way, but then I always separate it. Same as like how I would wait to say stuff if I was Michael, so that he'd be old enough to think that way and separate stuff. It was hard to see Kofi collapse in that video at the end. I didn't think he was able to even walk up out of there. So for him to even be able to walk up out of there was something else. Yeah, Coco. I mean, it was the finale, girl. You seen it yet? You still watching it? It's almost been 1 hour. Let's see. Now, let's be real. Michael put Lee on that Kofi case, so only expected that she would feel sick to know that the sad person who gave me the case is the same person. That is the reason why he died in the first place. Now, that right there is deep, Trini. I forgot about that, and that's an excellent point, brother. Excellent point. And that's what he get. Putting her on the case. He should have put her down, but he felt guilty. He felt guilty that he was going to jail and got caught for something that he didn't do. But then the boy got killed, which is what he knew what was going to happen, which is why he didn't let his son go in there. So in all, he should have probably not put somebody as close to him on it. They may not have got him the help that he needed, but at the same time, they wouldn't be attached as it was either. But that's a great point. Damn, that's deep. Brother Pharaoh, hey, I appreciate you for letting me know about that video the other day too, man. I didn't pick up on that. I don't know why that was the way it was, but I appreciate you. You say you're going to keep it all the way real. I would, and I'll help my children or wife or mom get out of a jam like that. I know they wouldn't do it out of evil. I mean, that's why I say I kept it real too. Like, I don't know, man. It would be hard for me. I can't even lie. It ain't a clear cut yes or no answer as if I wouldn't do it. But I am gonna say the details do matter. I ain't trying to go to life, but man, who knows, man? But damn, Bap. You trying to think of a conversation where a person would need to tell their son that their dead mother cheated. Like, would that help? And I agree. And we could talk about this a little later too. And when I have the live callers come on, do you think that's good? Or is that, being honest? Or is that kind of, going too far, bad mouth? Because how could it help? Is not going to, she can't defend herself or explain it. You would only get one side of the story. How would our children know to step up and do the right thing for their life when we not here to hold their hands no more if we don't teach them to be accountable? That's true. That is very true, man. And I agree with you. That's why it is conflicted. Now, I don't think you're saying that to comment what Bap said about letting them know. I don't think that has to do with that. I don't know. But I think you're saying about telling him about telling the truth, go to jail. So you'd walk your son into that jail if you was Michael Trini, knowing that Jimmy Baxter was going to kill him in there? You would walk your son basically into the street execution? Because that's what changed Michael's mind, is that he knew that he wasn't going to get a fair trial or shake, and that he would get killed in prison, which is exactly what happened, except it was Kofi. So, Trini, would you have walked your son in there to get killed? I mean, it was an accident that he hit him. He made another bad decision in leaving. But You don't want him to get murdered and his head cracked open like a watermelon. You know, Eugene should have kept shooting till the walls of the hotel ran red. Kill all the Baxters, Adam, the wait staff, the front door man, Michael. You want him to go Tony Montana. Okay, you killing my brother? All of you cockroaches are going to pay. Say hello to my little friend. And I don't mean little. It's just a 22, but it's all I can buy. Say hello to my little friend. Hold on, it jam. Who's next? Huh? Where's yours? Yours. I ready. They call me Pugin. Cause I leave it really stinky in here, man. I leave a stinky situation by, man. Don't play, Rhoa. Chris P, you funny, boy. Hey, them cons was excited to see Lee in jail, boy. Dime piece alert. Dime piece alert. They was, boy, going at it. Jay, when you open up the lines, I will explain myself better. No problem, brother. No problem. I think I'm going to get ready and open it up now. Then, let me talk about Real Housewives right quick. And let's see what else I got. I talked about Judas, Your Honor. I'm a Lady in the Dale and Real Housewives. But Lady in the Dale ain't going to take that long. Real Housewives neither. A little difficult to text. I got you, brother. It's a lot to type. So why did the jury let Carlo off? He clearly lied about Clofie's closing the cell door. But that was a minor detail that I thought they were spending too much time on. If I was his lawyer, I would have said, okay, I mean, in the middle of the fight and your balls are swole, are you really paying attention to if he closed the door or not? And I would have, if I was a juror, I might have let Carlo off on that too, because at the end of the day, Kofi walked into his cell door willingly. Carlo didn't come to him, so you walked into his spot. What did you do? You had no business going there. And in the end, you don't know how the fight went down and what happened. And then you see him walk out. At the end of the day, all you know is that Kofi was the aggressor and he ended up losing. What the hell were you doing walking to dude's prison cell? Regardless of whether you closed the door or not, you had no business going there. Now, they don't have the information that we have of knowing that it was open for them and that he was summoned to go there. So, as a juror, knowing what they know, Kofi was the aggressor. And if you're a juror, knowing what they know, Kofi admitted in court that he murdered this dude's brother. So, you know, Carlo, that was self-defense as far as what the jury knew. So I would have let him off too. Closing the door or not didn't mean nothing, but Carlo did almost mess it up when he tried to call her out of her name. Love Hustler, what's up? Kill them all. It's all good. That chick that played Big Mo needed her own gangster show. You ain't lying. She was gangster. That was running the Desire crew. Desire. Judas was a traitor deal. You ain't lying. All right, let me go ahead and sum up Your Honor. This last Your Honor. I mean, not Your Honor. Real Housewives. Damn, man, how long are they going to drag this damn trip out? So, on the last Real Housewives of Atlanta, they still on this trip. And we still see all the shadiness of Kenya Moore. And it's really pathetic. Now, they really, really, really have stretched this out and it's supposed to be some secret, what is it, bachelorette party for Cynthia, who, by the way, does really look good. But at the same time, she ain't trying to have no, she don't know nothing about this. They all got all these sexy outfits or whatever that Candy done got for them to wear. And nobody can really have fun because every step of the way, Kenya done treated people like crap. Like, she is the host, but it seemed like she only brought them around to be their her entertainment or to do whatever. But she, like, they all hungry a couple days ago or the other day. She only ordered food on Grubhub for herself and left everybody else hanging. She also brought her daughter. Candy just had a baby. Portia got a baby. Almost all of them got a damn baby or something, youngin. And she didn't even give them the option to bring their kid. And she talking about, well, I don't go nowhere without my baby, so this, that, and the other, as if her baby is more valuable or more important than them. Or like her being the parent is more important than them being the parent. Or like it's so much harder for her than anybody else. Like, man, miss me with all that. Like Portia said, you got money, you can hire this, that, and the other. She like, I can't have nobody work 24 hours. But at the same time, she could have told everybody else, then all their nannies could have came. They could have brought all the kids, and then they could have split up the time between each other on watching the kids. But she didn't give nobody that option. And she took a private jet with her and her little boo thing, who I think, she got her liquor license. Likes the liquor. Okay? And she really, really, really like her. Melanie, what's up? I appreciate you for coming through. I'm sorry you can't stay a little bit longer, but I appreciate you. I'm about to go ahead and wrap up this Real Housewives right quick. In the meantime, let me go ahead and put this link. It's been a little bit over an hour. Yeah, I'm reviewing it. That's what's up, girl. And you damn right Kenya got to go. She thinks she's all that. I like Portia. I like how when she was talking to Drew, she was like, Drew was trying to come at her and see, like, what's up with this realness or whatever. Like, everybody was tripping the other day. Now it's like ain't nothing happened. Portia like, well, look, I'm the wrong one to go ahead and talk to because me and her don't get along. She like, well, I thought you was the little Black Lives Matter activist and all bringing people together. She said, well, look, Kenya is a black live that I value, but our friendship don't matter, girl. Okay. Keeping it real. This is the real thing, though. Like, if Kenya really got a problem with Marlo, why are you inviting her just to put her in a little shitty room and treat her like crap? Like, if I was Marlo, I wouldn't even have went. You already know you're going to have some drama. Why are you going on trips and hanging with somebody that's going to treat you like that? I mean, damn, they really want to be on TV. They really want this show. That's crazy. I got my girl Bap joining. What's up, Bap? How you doing?
I'm good. You were talking about Real Housewives, so I had to join.
Come on in. Let me know what's on your mind right quick. Wait, hold on. Before you get started, Brother Trini came. I just want to say, what's up, Trini? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm all right.
No problem. Let me hear what my girl Bap want to say about the Housewives right quick. Then you, Trini. All right.
Just if this was real life, I would have left that trip the second day after the whole lunch situation.
Right.
I don't know how they stayed around her, just acting all miserable and stuff and being so inconsiderate.
For real. And what really pisses me off with Kenya Moore is she downplays everything like, oh, you tripping. I didn't know you would make this such a big deal. I didn't know. Like, stop acting like you ain't messy. And like everybody else blowing it up. Like if you was a real friend, you could have been like, girl, I'm hungry and I ain't waiting for this pig to roast. I'm about to order from DoorDash. What's up? Y'all trying to get in on something? What?
I don't know that I've ever been somewhere where somebody else hosted people where they didn't feed them.
Right. But like they was roasting that big ass pig, so that took time. So like if she was feeling
lunch.
That's true. But at least she could have, if she was feeling that way, could have put it out there, and then at least they wouldn't have felt like, well, damn, we sitting there waiting and you ain't even waiting. Right. You know what I mean? That's bogus. Like you the host. You making us wait and we hungry in a foreign place and your ass ain't even waiting. You over here eating and then you running room to room hiding.
Right. Like if you were going to act like that, we could all just stayed in Atlanta.
Right. Right. Same thing with the damn private jet. Why did you need to keep that secret? If you didn't want to ride on the bus, you talking about what you need. Why didn't you offer us all either a ride or say, hey, look, this how much it's going to cost. If y'all want to get one, they got another one available. It's boom, boom, boom.
At least they can say, well, we didn't do it. Said the girl Fallon had her own private jet. She could have had them on.
Right. Right. That's true. But Fallon, her husband, is balling. So that was kind of because he's there too. Most people don't know that though, but I heard in the conversation that he is there. That's where she actually staying.
Yeah,
they rented a room.
Some women.
Right, right. And she's smart and he's smart. And that's why they still together and happy. And all of them in there is miserable, except for Candy, because Candy is a real, you know what I mean? And she easy to get along with, but she do got her moments. Cynthia is happy, miserable. Like she happy because she finally got this wedding and stuff, but she still didn't planned it. Ain't happy about this. Need this many people. Gotta have it here. I gotta be at the Bailey Lake, but the Bailey Wine Center. But then the Bailey ain't gonna be ready for the Bailey Lake Bailey wedding. Come on, you barely gonna get married. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, she got a problem with trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Big and then even Mike said, I don't care. I just want to marry you, even if we can't have a wedding. Would that be good? She like, I got to think about it. What? Right.
And it's not even that the show was going to compensate them for that wedding, because when she said she was going to have 250 people, Bravo said they weren't going to go ahead and pay for that wedding because that's a COVID risk.
Right.
And they were going to put themselves at the risk of being liable for somebody getting sick and dying, you know?
Right.
So
right.
you were so desperate to spend your own money.
Right. For nothing. For nothing.
Well, for a ceremony. I mean, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't have a problem with weddings. It's just
it's not the right time right now. You don't want to die for one. It's supposed to be a celebration of life, not risk of life.
Well, I'm kind of not the person for that discussion because I don't understand the logic of paying a whole lot of money for a huge wedding anyway.
Right.
And so whether it was COVID
have
or
you
not,
been married before?
No.
Okay, I haven't either. But this is I wanted to have a real wedding, and at one time I was engaged, about to get married, and she just wanted to go to the courthouse and get the paper and come home. And
the courthouse.
Well, exactly. So we had a disagreement about this. I'm more the situation of, if we gonna get married, like I don't want to marry nobody else, so we gonna do this one time. I want to be able to have memories and pictures and stuff. I don't want to just go to the courthouse and come right back and sit back on the couch and watch BET.
Yeah, I want a ceremony. I just don't want it to be huge and outrageously expensive.
Right. So I don't want to have a lot of money spent on it, but I'm with you. I need the ceremony and stuff, but it don't have to be outrageous like Bailey Lake over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, Trini.
Married, we made the food and stuff ourselves.
That's what's up. Brother Trini, you there? You still there? All right. I take it you don't watch Housewives, right?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, let me ask you this about a wedding. Do you believe in a big wedding, small wedding, expensive, or you don't care? What do you think?
I mean, to really and truly, it's not here or there with me. I like small, but you know, the whole point about getting married is that if you go in and if you commit to with somebody, you know, some kind of compromise. If the person want a big wedding, I'm not gonna say no, I don't want it. You know what I mean? But small is always good for me. The smaller the better. You know, that's how I see it.
What
Yeah, better
about
find a compromise because that's gonna be your money going into it too.
that's true.
Yeah.
But it's also into
Yeah.
the experience though.
All right.
Money and experiences sometimes is underrated because you don't really have nothing to walk away with.
Right.
So like if you spend 50 grand on a wedding, at the end of the day, you'll really only have like what? Pictures, a dress, and a suit.
Right.
$50,000 on a wedding.
Yeah, so it's not like you coming back with a car or a house or something, you know, or diamonds. You got pictures, memory, you know, a suit and a tux or whatever stuff. So it's different when you pay for experiences versus buying something. But experiences kind of last a little longer too.
Can I have a less expensive experience?
That's true. That's true. I know I definitely would if I had to pay for it, but if I had millions, if you had millions and money wasn't a thing, would you mind spending, you know, a lot of money on it, or you still would have the same mindset?
I'm not going to spend a whole lot on a wedding. I'm going to. If I was rich, I wouldn't spend a whole lot on a wedding. I'll spend a whole lot on a honeymoon. We would ball out on our honeymoon. We will go to the Maldives or something.
Right, right. You know, you see some of them celebrities have a wedding on like an island somewhere, and then they'll fly everybody out to their wedding and do all of this and that. That's doing too much.
I can understand why a celebrity would do that. That's privacy.
Right. That's true.
Circumstances.
Yeah. I think that let me ask y'all this, because we gonna see on the next episode of Real Housewives, finally we're gonna see them get into the little, you know, lingerie for this bachelorette party. Now, do you think it's off limits for a woman to sleep with a dude on her bachelorette party, or is it still good? It is.
You still in a relationship.
What about a man if he sleep with somebody on the bachelorette party? Is that off limits?
He ain't getting married, I guess.
Trini, what you think about that? Is it all good to sleep with somebody bachelorette or bachelor party?
Nah.
Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Does it count yet?
Then you don't even know the stripper. He could have been slept with everybody on earth. That's nasty.
Right. What is Candy call them? Bolo. You get a little bit of that bolo.
And then I don't even understand the whole male stripper thing, but that's a whole different conversation.
Well, let's go on and get into that because I don't understand it either. So let me hear it from a woman perspective. You say you don't want it in your face, huh?
I don't. Not just the dancing and stuff. The way they do it looks so corny to me.
Because a man don't really have nothing to show other than, you know, the main event.
So what I'm just sitting here looking at a propeller.
Right. Propeller. That's funny.
I'm good.
So that ain't never been something you've been ready to go get into, huh? Go see.
No.
Yeah. I'm seeing some wild video of some women just like acting and going crazy for a male stripper. That is,
and that's the other thing. I don't like people touching me. Dudes try and pick me up or something. I'm trying to fight. He's trying
to show you some moves.
You can move over there. Give me 50 feet. No, thank you.
Love. We got Love Hustler. We got the Love Hustler checking in. He said some women dream of that.
I'm good.
That wasn't one of your dreams?
No. If I could pick my own bachelorette party, we would go to Hooters and get some wings. Because I love hot wings.
That's funny. You gonna get ranch on them boys. That's
No, I don't like ranch.
Blue cheese.
Yep, blue cheese.
I
3
hear
Mile Island wings from Hooters. I'll be fine.
That's funny. Stony Rock said it does count, and it's ultimate disrespect if you sleep with somebody.
He didn't say yeah it counts. He said heck yeah it counts. He's not playing with that.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Sally Ann say she liked Portia too. Kenya get on my last nerve. I think Kenya is only there because she holds the show together with drama. She has a problem. She has a problem. Period. And she
plays the role of the villain, but she overdoes it.
She does. And Portia said it perfectly. She's like a Disney villain, Maleficent. She really is. She really, even when she tried to give a little half-ass apology, and they like, you got that food. What was it? It was it was good. It wasn't funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's so disrespectful to me.
Yeah, for real. And she definitely act like her parenting and her daughter is more important than their kids. Or
She said she didn't need to give them the option to bring their babies.
Damn right. Right.
Okay, if that's how you feel, I need to go take myself home because this is not going to be a pleasant trip.
Right. Especially since she said it's a girl's trip. Don't bring the babies, this and that. But you brought yours.
Right.
Like dirty.
And Candy's baby is younger. I think her baby probably, when that was going on, wasn't even probably yet.
Right. That's true. That is true. And she loved to be talking about how she ain't got nobody, this or that. Like, I wish somebody, because I'm yelling at the TV. It's because of you. You ain't got nobody. And she loved to blame Mark.
She could have friends if she wasn't acting the way she acted. She could have had nannies or something, something. But her situation is, she basically creates her own reality and then cries about it.
For real. Oh, man, them damn crocodile tears was horrible.
You guys should be my village. Nobody wants to be your village because you treat everybody like crap.
Right. Who the hell want to be your village when you about to burn the damn village down at any moment with your damn heat that you be throwing at everybody? That shade. Right. The village, nothing will grow. It's just always in the constant shade.
Right.
Be your village. Shit. And then like how she treat Marlo, I just wouldn't invite you.
Right. Her feelings towards Marlo are justified in my opinion, but I wouldn't invite somebody so that I could treat them bad. Who does that?
Right. But Marlo was keeping it real with your girl run her damn mouth, which is another problem with too many women around. Everybody got to say something when you say, especially even Kenya, love to say stuff she ain't supposed to say. But when Marlo told, what's her little Tanya, or who is it that keep blaming Toya? And that's another thing. I'm glad we got Trini over here because she's from Trinidad and she always talk about Trini women and Trini men and I'm a Trini woman and this, that, and the other. But she run her damn Trini mouth when Marlo told her, be careful what you say around Kenya. She'll use it against you.
Oh, that's not why I was saying Kenya justified in how she treat Marlo.
No, I know. I'm saying Marlo was telling some real stuff though.
She was.
Yeah, and then she gonna go run and tell Kenya that.
Yeah. Because that's her girlfriend.
I think they, bumping tacos or something. She really loving her some Kenya. Talking about that's you making my dream come true. You say what?
That's their fake lesbian plot line.
Right. Keep people interested, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So Trini, brother, you there?
Yeah, Jay, I'm here. I don't pause the mic when you call me up.
That's all good. I understand. Now this girl Toya on Real Housewives, she said that the way she act and stuff is because of Trini women, are up front or this, that, and the other, or like Trini women real, sexual, or Trini men, this, that, and the other. She got a lot of little sayings, but she almost got beat by this girl Drew because she kept talking about her weave and actually a wig and actually brought one. Like Drew was like, "I'm from Chicago. I don't play." They're like, your last warning. I don't give a damn about this show. I'm about to beat your ass. But what's up, man? Trini women. What are Trini women like in your experience?
I mean, it ain't got no one general thing. It all varies. Depends on your upbringing.
Right.
Like the East Indians and them one way, and then the Negroes one way, But I mean, yeah, as far as sexual and stuff, yeah, some
They
females
real
like.
passionate. You do a Trini woman wrong, she gonna be ready to cut your car tires and come after you.
Nah. They're not, bro. Listen, they're not vindictive. And most of the times, like, all right, it's like how she on that show and she talking about Trini this and Trini that and Trini the next. Half of the time, majority of the Trini women ain't nothing like her. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not messy.
Yeah,
Like,
every
like, like,
daddy and the ones that I met was real classy. They're really classy and they are about their business. They don't act like
they don't like drama. You know what I'm saying? And like for the most part, like I try to tell people, right? Like back home, how I know it is like, okay, if you're a man and you're working and you're taking care of your family, let's say you work in construction or something like that, and every week in, week out, you're making sure you break off your baby moms or whatever the case is for your kids, right? For your children.
Right.
So the week that you don't come, let's say this week was rough, you get laid off, they give you a break for 3 days or whatever the case is, because some companies do that, right? They call it break your service. So let's say this week was rough, you didn't make the money your custom making, you got rent to pay, and you go to your baby moms and you say, well, X, Y, and Z was the case, and I need to hold a little strain, next week I'll be back right with them. You see, they're not gonna trip off on that. Like the 1 week that you didn't give them, they're not gonna go, all berserk on you. You know what I mean? Because they got that level of understanding. Like if you're doing right by a training woman and let's say something happen, like me and your situation, for example, and you get in a wheelchair, like 9 out of 10 times, she's not gonna go nowhere. Like even if you guys don't have a relationship no more, and let's say, you guys come to a collective agreement, well, you do your thing, but she may do her thing, but she not gonna leave you hanging. She not gonna leave your side. She gonna make sure you're behind as well. She'll make sure and take care of you because you was a good dude, right? Now, if you was a dog, well, then that's a different case. You can get, but most of the time they're just. That's what I'm definitely say. They're just. They deal with you how you deal with them.
Right.
So if you straight up with them, they're gonna be straightforward with you, and if you messy with them, they're gonna be messy with you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We got a new person joining on here. We got Brother S. Young, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
All right. You gonna say Happy Valentine's Day?
No.
But then you tried to say no homo and you self-corrected. I can't say that to a dude. Wait a minute. Hold on. Happy how y'all doing? Happy how y'all doing? Hey, that's what I was gonna say.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not celebrating.
Just say Happy Valentine's to everybody that's celebrated. There you go.
Happy Valentine's Day if y'all celebrate it, because I'm not celebrating it, but I hope y'all celebrate it.
I hear that. So I'm gonna switch it up now. We didn't talked a little bit about the Real Housewives. I got an article. Let me see what it's saying. So a lot of people been able to go out and stuff with COVID, and so Dr. Fauci say don't go to these places even if it's open, and a couple of the places. Let's see, avoid eating indoors.
Yep.
So I don't know. If anybody in the comments or watching, if you all did notice or you want me to stop and talk a little bit about it, let me know. But you say eating indoors, you might want to avoid that. Say especially if you can't sit 6 feet apart. Let's see. You say don't avoid congregate gatherings. He blamed family gatherings over the holidays for the current surge. And, he's saying like with stuff going on now, you might not want to do that. People letting their guard down. Bars. A lot of people.
Something to be with COVID is a bar.
Yeah. But one thing I see a lot of, which is crazy, is a lot of them fights over masks. People be in bars. Y'all notice that in them videos? I see a lot of them on Instagram.
They with bars, bringing bottles. Yeah.
He say in houses of worship, because that's going to be another large group of people together. Stay healthy. That's a couple reasons why he tried to say, and that's a whole nother thing. So after seeing all that, let me ask y'all, do you think that things will ever get back to normal again? Let me start with you, S. Young, since you just came on, then we're going around.
I would say no. It would not get back to normal. I feel like it just got worse. I feel like this is the beginning. It's like it's not even over yet. For us, all we have to do is just be careful, be healthy. Stay away from places that's very cautious for you and your health. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like it's just getting worse. Like we not going to have it's not going to be back to normal for like 2 years, like for another year or who knows.
Yeah, what state are you in?
Florida.
Oh yeah, it's a lot going on in Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all let me know in the comments what state y'all in, man. I'll give you a shout out. Trini, what state you in, and do you think things will get back to the way it used to be?
No, I'm in New York, upstate New York.
Okay. The big NY.
Yeah, I think personally, to be honest with you, man, listen, when I look at the news and I see some of the things going on, like for example, I don't know much about American football, but I try to peep it when I could, especially like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, real football, you mean?
No, I'm talking about the one, the football that you play with your hands.
The real football.
No, not the real one. But listen,
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
I know. Listen to this though. What I find is like first thing first, when I saw the Super Bowl, I was like why so much people out there in the stand? People be acting and behaving like if there ain't no COVID no more, right? And that's one of the reasons why I feel like I think what we know normal to be, I don't think we never going back to that. To be honest, I feel it will be some level of normalcy, but what we know normal to be, I think it's going to be a thing of the past, bro. Especially the way how people dealing with it, especially here. I think that's going to keep generated, because like celebrating the Tampa Bay not Tampa Bay, the victory, when they celebrate the victory in Florida, right? Yeah. So I was like that to me, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I understand how fans could get fans is real passionate about the team,
right, but ready to die for it.
But at the same time, you gotta look at the bigger picture. That's why I was surprised that it had so many people in the stands in the first place.
Right. Right. Bap, what do you think on this? You think it's gonna ever get back to normal?
I agree with what Trini said. It's gonna be a new normal. We'll have some degree of what we had before, but I don't think the masks and stuff are gonna go away anytime soon.
What does that new normal gonna look like? What, everybody got to take the shot, get vaccinated?
They're probably going to encourage people to like you do with the flu shots and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be like a mandatory type thing.
Yeah, One Journey say within 6 years. Do you think people will ever stop wearing masks in public?
I don't think they should. They've been doing that in other countries beforehand.
They have. I remember even kind of laughing at that. They always wear that, years ago. Now I'm like, damn, now it's us. But I remember seeing mostly people from China, and they would be even
Yeah.
in downtown areas here, and they would still wear it because they had bad air quality, though, I believe, from pollution too. But then also they got kind of from what was SARS, I think, got them, which is basically what this is in a way, another version. But so that kind of traumatized them. But one thing that was a benefit we can say about wearing masks, that's a side benefit, is that the flu season has been down this year and last year too, right?
Yeah, that's why I say I don't think a lot of the mask wearing, because it's cutting down on respiratory contagious viruses and stuff. So why not wear them?
If we got a nurse or anybody in there, let me know what the flu numbers is or whatever. I might even Google it. But I heard and I saw something before saying that people didn't get as sick because we ain't breathing on each other like we normally would. So but then we don't see each other the way we used to either. And I think we're starting to get used to it. Like, for example, people had conduct meetings with Zoom or whatever. And I think people may not want to fly people to meet face to face and do stuff no more the way they used to. I think we may get used to not seeing each other as much. And I think that's a bad thing, because then we can lose that personal connection that we used to have. Do you all think it's not a big deal, or do you think it's bad or good that we actually don't maybe see each other or work in buildings like you used to? Like, I think having big buildings and skyscrapers for office space, I think is in trouble. Like, if I owned a building that I used to rent out for office space, I would be trying to sell that building. Because like having a 50-floor building full of people working as office or stuff, I don't think that might come back. Regardless of COVID, it's just not as efficient. What do you all think? BAP, let me know. Oh, BAP is gone. S. Young, what do you think on that? I know you're a little younger, but do you think people the office buildings and people get together and stuff, do you think that's going to come back, or do you think it's better with the technology?
I think it's already come back because my mom, she used to work. She used to work in the house. She used to work in the house, because cause she got back at work. Because at the time when she was at the house, some of her workers got COVID.
Oh.
So
and what type of field is she in, by chance?
She worked at Miami-Dade County.
Okay.
Yeah. So just for me, I think to me it just got a little bit worse, because they're making it worse for now, having these people around the office like getting close, not very close to each other. It's hard for discussing business while being close or being close with this person. So us people, it's getting worse, us people, because we're the problem, because we have to be careful. Also, you might never know the person right next to you, or even your boss might have it. So
yeah, that's true. And there's so much about each person having to follow the rules and do the right thing.
Things without they can't follow the rules, they can't follow their job or what they need to do. Like with the boss, if the boss signed them to do, they can't even focus on that assignment because of the code. Like what this person might cough, something might get me. I know. So definitely, me is stay home and do your work. Yeah.
Right. Glad to have you back, BAP. Let me get to Trini, then I ask you, then we move on to the next story. Trini, what do you think on that?
I think,
as far as people working in the buildings and stuff like that, do you think that's going to come back?
Yeah, I think no. I think to be honest, I think it's going to have the positive and the negative side of that. But in terms of like how you were saying, like be out like disconnected. I feel like there's other ways that we could stay connected with each other. You know what I mean? But I see. All right, for example, like the massacre in that took place in Texas, right? Just for example, if the people there wasn't so crowded together and so cramped up, more people might have lived than how much have died because they would have more maneuvering space. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I always grow Jay in this way. My parents and my grandparents teach me to look at to try to find the beauty in everything. You know what I'm saying? So even though it might be bad in one hand because we know one way. You understand what I'm saying? Like what we say, what we know normal to be. But the one thing that remains the same is that human being is adaptable. We could adjust. You know?
Yeah, that's true. We have adjusted to all kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
true. Bap, I'm gonna let you go ahead. I got Stanley Jackson. I appreciate you coming, man. How you doing?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Let me get to Bap right quick. Then we're gonna go ahead to you right quick. Bap, what did you think? You think that's coming back or it's over with?
I didn't hear the question.
As far as back to working in office buildings and stuff like people used to, 50-floor office buildings and people getting back together and doing stuff, or do you think maybe we might start getting more separated with digital, with Zoom and all this technology, and we all get more separated? Or do you think it ain't a big deal?
I think it'll be a mix. I work inside of a call center right now,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's been open. You know, people
That's
want to
kind of
get
hard, ain't it? Because call centers, y'all kind of sit closer
it's
than 6 feet.
it's a petri dish.
Man, right. And so far, you didn't made it through without catching nothing, though, right?
Yeah, I haven't had COVID.
Well, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Stanley Jackson, man, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, Jay. I feel like if you're going to, hey, Jay, how you doing, man?
Hey, we hear you, man. Keep going. We can hear you.
The thing is, like I said, in general,
Somebody has
so like
the
in
YouTube on
general,
in the background.
Stanley, if you got your YouTube on muted,
all right.
yeah, you can't have them both on at the same time. Yeah, I can hear it in there now. I can hear it.
All
Okay,
right, my
so
bad.
no problem. Go ahead. I still
Okay.
hear YouTube going. All right. Somebody got a YouTube. All right. Well, while he get that checked out, I'm gonna pull up this next thing I was gonna say right quick, which I don't agree with, and it's the Biden administration calling for what they call common sense gun law reforms on the anniversary of the Parkland shooting. Um, Now, I don't agree with what they're trying to do. I think that criminals don't follow the law. So making laws doesn't affect criminals. It affects people that follow the law. It makes it harder for people that want to protect themselves legally to do it. It makes it harder for you to use the original reason of it is not for self-defense. The Second Amendment is originally for tyranny of the government. Now, I don't believe we maybe should be able to buy a tank or a bazooka or grenades. I don't maybe think that's good because we know that you're going to probably use your gun for more of a self-defense than the tyranny of the government. You can't stop the government with one gun by yourself anyway. But at the same time, it say you're not supposed to have it infringed upon, which is basically making it to the point where you can't have it. And so I think some of the stuff, and I'll get into this in a second. I think Bap, you the one with the YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, because now that I muted your thing, I don't hear it no more, the echo. But I think that some of these, yeah, Bap, I'm hearing the echo on your thing for some or something in the background. I don't know. But anyway, I think some of these laws go too far to hurt the wrong people. A criminal, it's already enough guns, enough high capacity magazines and stuff on the street that making this law, if they want to get it, they can still get it. Now, I know that school shootings are horrible. I'm not saying that they're not. And I'm not saying, I think what would be a better thing is, which I think is still bad, but I think it's better, is that schools should have armed security guards. I think that what they say, what stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, sounds corny, but it's more true than making this stuff where you can't have nothing and everybody's walking around defenseless. I don't think teachers should have guns. That's the last thing I want is my damn teacher to have a gun. I probably would have behaved a lot more than I would have liked. But I don't know. Stanley, you there? You working? It's working? Come on through. Stanley Jackson. All right. Let me see. I got John Blaze. What's your feelings on this right here, man?
Yeah, when you have to bring guns anywhere, you know it's dangerous. So, especially in a school.
So what do you mean by that? You saying that they should have teachers, shouldn't be teachers, it should be security guards, shouldn't be security guard, what?
Well, I think it'd be all right to have armed security, but not for but the teachers shouldn't be allowed to have any.
Right, I agree with that, because teachers got more problems too, and they need to concentrate on their damn job as being a teacher and not as being the security guard.
Right.
It's
hard enough just to teach.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that maybe they should make all school doors like there should be federal funding so that schools don't have to pay for it out of pocket, but make it where they should be able to be secured a certain way or whatever they come up with. So that way it's not easy to get into a classroom if they have a school shooter on the premises. They can lock the doors, whatever it may need, or they need to be bulletproof or a certain thickness or a certain type of lock, or it's a lot of smarter people than me out there that can figure out some way to make it affordable and put it in all schools or something. At least if it slowed people down, it take you 20-30 minutes to get into this room, it's going to limit how many people you can get to still, but I think that when they make gun laws, like they want to limit the capacity magazine, it says in the statement, the president called for several specific provisions to be adopted into legislation by Congress, an end to legal immunity for gun manufacturers. In a way, that's not right, because a gun is meant to kind of kill or protect or shoot. So how can you sue a gun maker for what a criminal do? I mean, a car, you can sue a car maker if you have crashes, if they knew it was a fault and they should have done a recall and they chose not to. That's different. But if you just drove your regular car and had an accident and killed people or whatever the case, but it wasn't their fault, you operated the vehicle the way, a normal, like, you can't sue them. I think we have a big problem of passing, the buck in this society and people not taking responsibility for their own actions. People blame the next person or something. And the ban on assault weapons. So that means people can only have handguns and high capacity magazines and an expansion of federal background checks. I just don't think that's fair to regular people that are citizens and doing the right thing and following the rules because a few people made those mistakes. I don't know. Am I the only one here or what? S. Young, what do you think on this gun stuff, man? Do you think that's good? You're young, so you had to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through
Ever
school
since the
shooting?
Parkland, yeah, the
Yeah,
Parkland, because at the time at the school, that Parkland school was not far from my school. So
right.
that
You
was,
in Florida, so yeah. What was that like to you? How did that affect you?
man, I remember that day. Just school police. After that shooting, police came around our school, and we had a conference about it. All of the students, we had a conference about it, and it was just shocking just watching the news and seeing girls crying, a little girl crying, people are crying, seeing their kid die in school.
And how many people were shot there or killed?
I think he was
I
probably
know you may not know, just rough estimate 20, 30, 10.
probably 20.
Wow. And
Probably
he was arrested? He wasn't killed, right?
He was suspended. He was suspended.
Wow.
He was
But no, I'm
suspended.
saying after the
Oh yeah,
shooting,
yeah. He got arrested. He got arrested. Yeah.
but how many people get killed when they unarmed by the police? But this guy, not to say they
17,
could have killed them, but it's just crazy how the system.
yeah, 17 died.
17 died. That's sad. Some
So
people like
that's
to say that it was a hoax, like that Marjorie, I can't remember the rest of her name, that's in Congress, and she was saying that this. I'm not saying that. What do you think about people that say that?
it's horrible. That's just because 17 got killed and 14 wounded. So and
People act like it didn't happen and stuff.
now the problem is now the gun laws is like you see guys you might never know person. You always gotta be careful with this person. You gotta be careful with these people you mess with, who you bully with, because I feel like because they might never know they're gonna bring a highly weapon, and you might never know, and never know what that weapon get that from.
So, do you think it's better to ban these weapons for sale or to have security at the school? What would make you feel safer if they passed the law by if the new administration had a choice of one law, either ban these weapons or we gonna make sure every school has armed security, at least 2 or 3, depending on the size of the school, adamant amount of armed security. What would make you feel better?
Armed security.
I hear that. Why would that make you feel better?
So the kids can be safe, so we can be safe, because we don't have to know. Because when the killer got in, there was no security. The kid roll in with a school uniform and just started shooting. That's what I said if they had with a really security arm, he would have been stopped quick. He wouldn't kill nobody. I think certain people they would still be alive.
Right.
For him, but for Biden doing that, that will cause a whole lot of problems for trying to take guns away. That will create level of violence because for freedom. Because some people they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like.
Yeah.
President.
Plus, it would become a felony. So,
yeah.
like, if I have this stuff now, if I get arrested or some police or something happen, now I'm gonna get a felony for something that I had legally. So that means I got to give it away or destroy it for free. Like, it's a lot of people spent a lot of money on this stuff, and a lot of people like to, go to the range and do different stuff, and that's fun for them. It's kind of expensive. Ain't something that I really like to do, but every now and then you got to go and sharpen up your skill, and it is kind of fun. But like people say, they doing their little thing and they ain't hurting nobody. I think they trying to do the right thing, but I think it's the wrong way. BAP. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Stanley was trying to get in. He back. Let me see what Stanley got to say right quick. Then let me get to you, BAP. Stan, what's up with you? What you think about this Second Amendment?
I just want to say that,
Ain't this shoot right here, the Love Hustler?
yeah,
So you
exactly.
say they need to ban them, period, or do deeper background checks. So you don't think that these assault weapons and high capacity magazines should be available?
They shouldn't be available, period.
Okay, why do you feel that way?
Well, here's the thing, Jay. You're not in the military. I used to be in the military, so if you're going to do all of that, then you're sitting there. You're going to put assault out on all these kids and people. Most people don't even believe in having guns. Some people don't even believe in having guns. And then now you got these other people that been here for a while, or they claim their forefathers have the Second Amendment right, whereas though, oh well, you're going to come and take my guns. No, you idiot. We're saying if you're going to have the guns, use common sense, not to kill human or human people that are innocent. Nobody's coming to take your land. Nobody's coming to take your money or anything. Everybody's just trying to live day by day. It's hard as it is already with this COVID stuff. And then you got idiots out there running like they're attacking zombies, or they're trying to live for themselves and then others.
That's true. I mean, you got a good point. I mean, not in the military. They do have it where you can't have a fully automatic, though. They do make it semi-automatic.
Well, see, my brother works up there in Congress, and these people are hypocrites. If you look at Congress needs to change. Period. We already you got a president that already been acquitted twice of doing something like incitement or causing harm on people, especially black people of color. So when you do all this stuff, man, you're going to tell me that, what is America about? Where's our democracy? It's in a dark time right now. We need good people. People keep always saying, oh, Obama didn't do this, Obama didn't do that. But at least Obama tried to bring people together. Bill Clinton tried to bring people together. You had Kennedy that tried to bring people together. They killed him. They had Lincoln try to bring people together. It was before his time, though, so people couldn't see that far out. So they killed Lincoln. So you got to think, Jay, what are we going to do to stand up to defeat these people who's coming in trying to kill us off, and then they live for themselves?
So what about this armed security at the schools? I mean,
I agree with that 1,000%, but still do a background check. The person that you giving the gun to, you don't know if they got psychic issues or anything. So, you can sit there and say, well, he's a good person. He was in the military, or he did police work for 5 or 10 years. And then he turns around, he get this vision, or you're trying to come at me, but you're not listening. So I'm going to shoot you 10 times in the back or in the stomach. And then, it's just crazy. Look at that old young black kid happened to the black kid. Got shot 16 times for nothing.
Yeah. Now, I will say, as far as guns and background checks, where I am, they do a federal background check. So,
but they don't do it deeper enough.
It's the FBI.
Well,
what else we gonna do?
You got okay. Remember what was that? The guy that sat there and he was like a police, and he sat there. They said, "Oh, we didn't know he was gonna, try to shoot black people." And I'm thinking to myself, this man shot somebody 16 times.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's kind of getting into this right here. Let me hear from Bap right quick. Bap, what you think about this? What Stanley just said about the guns and people shouldn't have the guns. Like he's saying background check, or like you said, the cop, but then that's in this minority report. You don't know. So if I pass the background check now, how you know what I might do in the future? You can't police what somebody may or may not do. That's what Minority Report was about. They was arresting people before they did the crime.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
Because they thought they might do. You know what I mean? That's kind of deep. So like, yeah, like you say, dude was a cop, but that's all we can go off of now, you know. Who we lost? We lost Stan. He having connection problems. But Bap, what you think about that? Do you think we should have guns? You think it's too much? You think it what?
I think whether or not we should have guns is a foregone issue. I do think there need to be better background check, universal background checks, because you might have laws in your state where they do background checks, but other states don't. So all the person has to do is cross state lines. You know, he purchased a
Yeah, see,
weapon.
that's the problem with states' rights in a way, is because
Exactly. We need to have universal background checks.
right.
As far as like, but I'm not on the extremist end. Everybody needs to have their guns taken away or anything like that.
Yeah, Trini, what you think about the
And I do
guns?
believe that.
All right,
I
so
thought you was done, Bap. My bad. Hold on, Trini. What you was saying, Bap?
Is there
Okay.
a delay when I'm talking?
Yeah, it's a couple seconds. That's for everybody though, so you
I'm
know.
good.
Okay. All right, Trini. What you think about the guns? You think you know, people should have, you know, what they want right now, or they shouldn't have these high capacity? You think what you think about the schools? You think we should have armed guards? You know, what you think about all this so far?
all right, so I'm gonna give you 2 quick points, right? And then I wanna ask a question.
All right.
Right? So basically, I agree with what you're saying, Jay, but I also understand where Stan coming from, right? Because how I see it is like this, right? At the end of the day, to me, I X out the criminals. Why I X out the criminals is because, just like you say, which is right, the criminals going to do what they're going to do regardless of the laws or no laws, right? So when you're talking about, you know, gun laws or gun reform or whatever the case is, you're really basically thinking about more the law abiding person, right?
Right.
So this is how I see it.
Somebody got a lot of. I think John, you got a lot of stuff going on in the. All right. Yeah, I had to mute John. All right. Go ahead.
So what I think is this, right? I agree that we should have the right to bear arms. I feel like everybody should be able to protect themselves, their household, their family, what the case may be. However, I don't see what the point of me having an AR-15, you know, got to do with, you know what I mean, with I just feel like it's a bit too much, too extreme to
Right.
what people to do mass destruction, right?
Right.
Now, in terms of what they say with the background check, right? And like you were saying, and what Stan was saying, at the end of the day is I could get a background check today and pass. You have to understand it's human beings we're dealing with. If something tripped me out tomorrow, that don't mean I wasn't saying yesterday. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But some,
That's
but,
true.
but something that's triggered my mentality today, and I feel like that's killing everybody. You know what I mean? And this is why I made the point where I was saying earlier on when we was talking about your honor part, where I was saying about accountability had to be taking place some way. Because to me personally, I just feel like we're losing the moral compass. Right?
That is true.
I talk more general across the board, right?
Right.
Because if we don't send the right message today, right? You could picture
Right.
the state that the world is going to be in 10, 15 years from now, right? For
Right.
example, like I always say, I just like you, Jay. Like I didn't taking no sides. I'm not Democratic. I'm not Republican.
Right.
Right. My thing is, I'm down for a better tomorrow. So anybody I feel like could provide a better tomorrow, you know what I mean? Who are the better idea, the better policy? That's what I'm done with. Right.
Right. Right. I wish this gun stuff, abortion stuff, I wish it wasn't caught up into politics like with a party. I wish we could just vote on this stuff,
Right.
marijuana, all of this stuff. Just vote on that separate.
Right. But let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is I look at on our people when I came here, because remember
From Trinidad.
I'm only here, yeah, I'm only here like 10 years, right? Basically.
So you got a outside looking in perspective, which
Right.
is unique. Yeah.
Right. So where
Let
I'm
me
from,
ask you this right quick. Do they have guns legal in Trinidad walking around?
no.
Okay.
Anybody on the street with a gun, the average person, it's illegal because the only person entitled to have a firearm, a licensed firearm, is a proprietor. The other some kind of business are making XYZ money in order to get a license for a firearm, right?
Okay.
But I don't know if one Jenny's still on the chat, but she could probably message in and tell me if it's like this in Jamaica. But we basically raise our youth or children to be taught. Like you don't see bullying in the Caribbean or in Trinidad.
Right.
Because basically it's a kind of life where it's like, you know, you're gonna go to school today and you gonna be the one taking all the jobs. You know, everybody's gonna be on you, gain you all the talks then, right? It have a old saying, sticks and stones could break my bone, but words could never hurt me. Right? We grew up with that mentality. So basically it's like, okay, like if you're a fat child, right? Let me just say, I'm just drawing a reference. And somebody call you, hey fatty, you know, and you crying over that, more than likely your parents is gonna ask you, but ain't you
what
fat?
you crying about?
Right. Because like me, I just tell people, you can't tell me nothing like that I already know about myself and it hurt me. You feel me? You gotta design some new stuff that I didn't know about myself for you to tell me and it get to me like that. You know, so I'm just saying it's a lot of moving parts. You understand? But I agree with you. I think we should be able to vote on it and it shouldn't be, but to the point where I was saying, because I know other people had to make the point. When I came here and I saw, to be blunt, when I saw white people kids basically being shot down in the street, and at the end of the day, nothing wasn't doing about it. I just know that, you know, I mean, it's a long way before this story could end, because my thing is this: if most of the times when it is, you know, when it is white people, children being affected with something, 9 out of 10 times they come up with laws real fast to fix it. So when you see XYZ in different situations in this school, even Florida and all, right? But the one in particular, I can't remember, the Sandy Hook, I think it was, with the boy who shoot these elementary kids. It's Sandy Hook Elementary or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When I saw that, so when you see that and something not being done, you know a lot of people pocket is being greased.
Right.
So I just say, like, it's a long road.
Companies, man, they pay a lot of money in lobbyists.
Yeah.
You know, John, you in Texas, what you think about the guns, man? I know y'all love y'all guns in Texas.
Oh yeah, you know, the NRA moved here.
Oh
from
yeah,
New York. Yeah, I guess they went bankrupt or something.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They moved to Texas.
Okay. So now that's where they should have been in the first place. Really, it make more sense.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Because I know you can get guns in Texas, I think, without a background check. You could just walk in and buy it, or am I wrong?
No, you have to do a background check. Yeah, everything has to be, you know, like if you want to buy it legally, everything has to.
Can you get it the same day? Because I know in like LA, they make you wait at least 3 days. You can't buy a gun the same day.
Yeah, you can get it the same day. You know, I got mine online and I had it shipped here, and
they ship it to the gun store.
Yes, you pick it up at the gun store. Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. We can do that here where I am too, and I can actually buy guns the same day. They run it on the phone. It takes maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes if they busy, or some 30 minutes, you know, but it doesn't take long. And you can actually buy, I think, 3 or 5 at one time. And as many bullets as you want, which, you know, hey, I mean, at the end of the day, if you pass the background check and stuff, I mean, why shouldn't you though? You can go buy everything else that's legal. I can go buy a bunch of you know, cigarettes or alcohol or whatever else is legal. Why? I mean, okay, yeah, they don't kill people like guns, though. I know it's not the same, but most people that own guns don't kill people either, too. You know, I don't know. One journey is funny in England, not guns, so they use knives. That's true. I got a friend that I talked to in England, and you know, crime is everywhere though too. you know, so like people still get killed, stabbed, shot, all kind of stuff. So, you know, I don't think that we can separate guns from this country from people without it being a major problem, major uprising. And I don't know if this really would work with this high capacity stuff. I know a lot of people that are, you know, Republican supporters love to say the Democrats are coming for your guns. And this is what they mean, though.
Man, here in Kansas, you don't need any state background check to get a gun or anything like that. You could
Wow.
literally, you don't even need a license to own a gun here.
Get out of here.
That's crazy.
No, you don't need a license for a gun in Kansas.
To buy not just like a rifle or a shotgun, you can buy anything, handgun, AR-15 without a permit, or you don't know the details.
Yeah, all of that I'm not sure, but I know you don't need a license to own a gun here.
Because I know I bought a shotgun from Walmart here, and just that was it. Like I just rang it up and bought it. Like they didn't even check anything. Like I want that one, and then I bought it, and then he sold it to you. You know what I mean? It didn't bring up or fill out nothing.
Yeah, you can look it up. Kansas has some of the least restrictive gun laws in the whole country. The only thing we can't do is open carry.
Florida
You
too.
can conceal carry without a permit.
Wow.
Florida is easy too, Jay.
You say what?
In Florida is easy too.
Oh yeah. We got S Young. You in Florida? Where do they still have easy gun laws?
Easy gun laws, yeah. It's easy. It's easy to get a gun in Florida.
Wow.
Very easy.
Now, did that boy that did that at the school, was that his parents' guns or he bought those?
His parents.
He didn't really have a good childhood either.
I heard something that was kind of, you know, strange about that or something. I don't remember all the details, but I know I heard something a little strange going on. I'm not sure if I'm confused.
So I'm wondering if the laws changed in Colorado after that. You remember that Columbine?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was what the very first school shooting. I can't believe it's been so many since then.
They changed so they had that movie theater shooting not too long ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For Batman,
Joker or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree with Birds Nation. Birds Nation, why don't you come on up here, man? You you know, a conservative, to say the least. Let's hear your view on this. I know you say you don't like what they saying about the guns, the Democrats. I appreciate your support too, man. Appreciate it. But I'd like to hear from you. What is your take on that, on the guns? I think that I look at it as in two different categories. So it's certain things that, you know, the so-called left has that I like, and there's certain things the so-called right wants to do that I like. But then if one category has more than the other, then I'm gonna have to go with that. Like I can't say, well, I get to keep guns and lower taxes, so I'm gonna go with this, but everybody, you know, gets screwed with all the rest of the stuff. Then that makes me feel like a greedy, selfish person. You know, well, I don't care. I got money and I got a gun to protect it. Well, I don't care. I just don't look at it like that. But you know, we got Birds Nation. Hey, come on, man. What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, nothing much. Glad you came through, man. So let me hear your take on this situation on the guns and stuff.
I mean, of course, you know, I'm pro-gun. I got a couple myself. It's not that hard here in Delaware. The first time I had to wait a month. Then every time after that, if it wasn't.
And that's Joe Biden's state, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was a senator here for like 50 years. But
literally.
Right. And so they made you wait a month before you can get it. Wow.
the first time. After that, I left the same day if they
Because
hadn't
you
stopped
passed the
doing the
stuff.
shot. Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, go ahead. My bad.
But I mean, I don't think there should really be any restrictions. Really, I mean, I'm not far.
Trini don't think you should be able to buy AR-15.
I think you should be able to buy whatever kind of weapon you want, and I don't think it should be any restrictions. No background checks, no age restrictions. I think that should be up to the parents, the legal guardians, if they want to let it. Because I take my daughter to the shooting range all the time. She knows how to shoot guns. So.
How old is your daughter?
She just turned 13.
And how old was she when you first started to take her?
She was like 7 when she first shot the 22.
Now, I know some of you all probably thinking that's shocking out there, 7 to 13, but it's a lot of people that take their kids on the gun range at a young age.
The person who gave me the idea was a state police officer because he brought his daughter there. So that's when I started.
Man. When I went to the gun range, I saw a lot of people take their kids, younger people, and they weren't black. Okay. And what would you rather have your daughter learn how to do? Be a shooter or learning how to twerk?
Be a shooter.
Hey, at least she could use that skill a little bit better.
I teach her how to. I teach her that she shouldn't have to depend on the police to protect her. She should be able to protect herself. That's what the Second Amendment is for.
That's true. You should be able to protect yourself. And I have taken my son to the range before. He wasn't 7 though. He was a little older, about 13 or 14. Maybe about 14, I think. But it's not. You should teach. I think this is part of the problem. We have an idea as parents to keep the gun away from the kid. Don't talk about the gun. Don't say this. Don't say that. So then kids get intrigued by the gun, want to sneak and find it, want to play with it, want to mess with it, end up shooting themselves, shooting a friend, making a problem. If you educate and don't hide it and let them know this ain't a toy, this will kill, this is what you need to not do whatever, then they're not intrigued. My son never wanted to play or look for guns or none of this because it's not intriguing. I remember when I was younger, I used to go and look for my father's gun and be intrigued and stuff and want to mess with it because it never let me see it, never let me do this, never let me do that. So I was more intrigued and try to do this and that. Had I have seen it, this, that, and the other, maybe I wouldn't have been as interested. It ain't nothing to look for now, you know. And also, like some people may look at it as, well, you trained them how to be a school shooter, but that's not really the case. Like a person that's going to go and do that, they can learn how to shoot anyway. Like it doesn't, that
especially now with the internet, you can just go online and figure it out.
Right.
And what
Trini say, about an AR-15, why not though? So like an AR-15 is really a rifle. Like it's been singled out as it's so much this or that. Yeah, it is powerful, but it's a rifle. You can buy other rifles. You can buy a shotgun, but they have labeled the AR-15 as if it is like the most lethal weapon on the market. And, it's not a joke. Don't get me wrong. And if I remember correct, if you may know about it, I don't know, but the bullet like tumbles and rotates, which makes it do more damage when it's shot instead of shoot out and spin. But it's basically the gun you see American troops have in Vietnam and stuff to a certain extent. But in the Constitution, it say it shouldn't be infringed upon. So
I think the more guns, the better. The more polite people are. If you know your neighbors are armed, you're less likely to try to break into their house. So I think that's a deterrent.
I don't know. You'll be less likely to break into their house if you know they're there.
Right.
But I don't know. Like the Wild West, we know didn't really work out that great. and everybody had guns. Sally, I think this worked against people in Chicago. Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws, and it doesn't work. I'm agreeing with you because of black market. They will never stop the black market. Forget about it. And I agree. I'm saying what worked against Chicago is the gun laws, because people knew as a criminal, if I had a gun, 9 times out of 10, damn near 10 times out of 10, whoever I run up on doesn't have a gun and can't protect themselves. You know, if you're a legal citizen and you want to protect your family or you don't protect yourself, you legally can't. And that makes
So in
you
Chicago, you can't open carry. Can you open carry in
They
Chicago?
just changed it within the last like 3 or 4 years, 5 years, definitely within the last 10 years, I know for a fact. But for like maybe since Al Capone until the last 10 years, you could not legally carry or own a gun in Chicago. It wasn't even any gun stores. And we know how many people get shot and killed because of the black market. And that's another thing with states, because Indiana, you can buy a gun for next to nothing. Ohio, you can buy a gun next to nothing. And you can go and get them guns from there and bring them right into Illinois and flood it. So you could buy an AR-15 for $600 in Indiana and sell it for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in Chicago. And that's
Usually
because
the criminals there, they usually get somebody with a clean record to go buy them, and then they just report it stolen.
Yeah. Love Hustler say his daughter got a gun license. We got Young Slim. We got a lot of people joining today, man. What's up, brother? Young Slim.
That one.
I see you didn't went and moved into my crib, man.
What's up, man?
What's up? You didn't went and bit my style over there, man. What's up with that? I'm gonna have to change it up now. I see what.
Nah, I had a different one. I had a different one, bro. I ain't coming to the crib, bro.
Yeah, we had a different one.
Where? Hey, speaking of, where's my strap? Got an intruder alert? No.
There we go.
Hold on, because this is.
While you getting your stuff worked out over there, John, you got anything you want to add on this subject?
Why I automatically put it up? I don't know.
Or Bap or Trini?
Go ahead, tell me your story.
Are you talking to me?
I pretty much already say, I'm just listening to you all now.
All right. Nah, what's up, Slim? What you got to add, man?
The gun laws in this country, man. Well, I'm from New Jersey, so the gun laws in New Jersey are crazy, bro. Like, you can't have a gun to save your life, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I just recently applied. That's why I hopped on here. I just recently applied for my gun license, and a weed charge from 1998.
22 years
now, basically, and it's legal now.
Wow.
So I have to get that expunged before I can get a firearm permit.
Wow. And how much does the permit cost there?
Well, for me to get the I did the fingerprint. The fingerprinting was $50.
Wow.
I didn't even get to the permit part yet. Like, right. I just got the fingerprint, the background check, and they stopped me right there. Like, nope. Weed, 1999.
That's crazy.
So I have to get that expunged, even though they're selling the weed, even though the government's selling weed right around the corner from me. I'm being held accountable, and my constitutional right to bear arms is being held against me for something that they're doing right now. It makes no fucking sense to me.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
For something that's 20 years ago, 22 years ago.
Yeah.
For a couple dime bags, bro, of weed.
Yeah, like Steve off the weed. I know here it costs, at least when I did it, which has been it's been a long time now, about almost 13 years. But when I first got a permit, I got a 4-year permit. That was about 17 years ago. And that 4-year permit, I think, costs like $60-70. And that's a concealed carry permit. And they didn't charge for like the fingerprints and all that. And I just went and got the 4-year and took, the regular amount of time.
There's no such thing as a concealed carry permit in New Jersey unless you're a cop.
Wow.
Nobody's allowed to conceal carry. No, not at all. Now, you're allowed to have firearms in your home.
Right.
And you're allowed to have them for hunting. But nobody walks around with a gun in New Jersey unless you're a cop.
Oh, no.
Can you open carry in Jersey?
No.
You can't open carry?
Nope.
That's crazy. So this time when I went back, I got a lifetime permit. So you can do a lifetime. And it cost me, I did the digital fingerprints and all of that stuff. I think it cost me all together like $170. And it was a lifetime, man. This is what they be looking like here. They don't even have your picture or nothing.
I can't get one of those. Bro, I can't even get a hunting license to go get deer, bro.
That's crazy.
I can't even get a firearms to get a deer. Now, I'm allowed to have a crossbow or something like that, but I can't even get a shotgun.
They won't let you go and hunt.
Huh?
They won't let you go and hunt. That is crazy.
I'm allowed to go hunting with somebody else that has a hunting license, and I'm allowed to use their firearms, but I have to get a permit to do that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
It should
Jersey's
be
crazy, bro. New Jersey's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
You know what? New Jersey's probably worse. It's not worse than New York. New York is the worst. New York is the worst, but I think Jersey's right next to it with the your right to bear arms. It was I don't know if you guys I think her name was Christy Todd Whitman. She signed a bunch of gun laws in the 90s, and it still sucks to this day.
Yeah,
Christy Todd Whitman.
Yeah, a lot of people, and I'm glad you brought that up because Birds Nation love to bring up the Biden crime bill.
Oh, God.
And we know that was bad and did a lot of damage. I'm not saying that it didn't. Only thing I'm saying with Birds is that I think that Biden and Harris may want to change and help get that corrected now more than the Trump administration.
What makes you think Harris wants to change that? She's a cop. Wasn't she the AG of California? She locked more niggas up than Tekashi. Like,
I'm curious. What politician do you support?
I supported Trump. I used to be a liberal Democrat. I voted for Obama. I voted for Gore. I voted for Kerry.
Trump had that same tough on crime stance in the 90s that Biden did.
Right.
I know. Right. I know. But
it was bipartisan, like I showed you before. But
Trump, but Biden was the author.
Somebody got to be
Trump still supported it. Literally was still advocating for the Central Park 5 to be in prison a couple of years ago.
I mean, what the Central Park 5 did was wrong. They should be in prison for what they did.
What?
They didn't do it.
That's not true. I mean, I send you some stuff on it. I would have to look it up to show you all the details, but the footage is out there of the interrogation interviews. Yeah, that thing's not true. That's fabrication. That's like it's like parts of it is true. It's like based on the truth.
Shut his mic off. Shut his mic off.
Don't say that. You can't be talking about the Second Amendment rights and then be like censor people.
Right. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, you can't say one thing happened because it fits your narrative, but then the other thing, if it like the Central Park 5, oh well, none of that's true. Like a lot of Trump people, it's like you guys don't believe nothing against what you are his narrative. It's all fake news.
So if we're going to disregard the Central Park 5, we can go to Stop and Frisk, which he was advocating for when he was running for president.
Okay.
Right. Stop and Frisk made sense when you're profiling gang members.
And we're going to leave that alone also. Never mind.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. You can't say that, dog.
Right.
You can't say that. I can't believe you're saying this, bro. What
Hey,
you talking about?
And you know
You
that
saying it's okay to just profile people?
right, white people use weed just as much as black people, but when you do a stop and frisk, you're not going to target it equally. You're going to target people of color.
He said
And they are not all gang
he said
members.
it's okay
That's
to stop and
hilarious,
frisk
though.
gang members.
Right.
Who's a gang member? How do you know who's a gang member?
Right.
Look at
Because they're the ones, they're the gang units that are in those neighborhoods, so they know these people.
it was not just gang units doing stop and frisk. You're believing a narrative that fits what you want that fits your perspective of things, and that's cool. But it's just
I mean, that is. I'm never going to convince anybody. I'm just telling you how I feel.
John.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to change anybody's minds. I was just interested.
Yeah, John, what you think about this stop and frisk and all this stuff? What do you think? You think that was good policy?
What?
No, man.
Is that a trick question?
I love the incredulity in his voice.
Right.
I can send you statistics that shows you that the crime increased when they stopped doing this, when they stopped stopping frisk.
So Slim Birds Nation said that stop and frisk worked, man. You in Jersey, did you think that worked?
Wow.
Birds Nation got the statistics. He said it was working.
Hey, Birdman. Yo, bro, have you ever been stopped and frisked?
Yeah,
or no?
Times.
And you appreciated it, and you thought it was you thought they were doing their job, right? Is that what you're saying?
Shit happened. I mean, they caught me with some weed. They just made me throw it away.
Yeah, but what city are you in again? What state?
I'm in Delaware.
I'm surprised that. Oh, you said Baltimore though, right?
You said Delaware.
Oh,
Delaware.
That's right, Delaware.
Yeah,
That's
Delaware.
right. The law rate.
Are you from Wilmington, Delaware?
Yeah, Wilmington.
Yeah, he said Wilmington before. That's Slim. You wait, Slim ain't Bap is in Baltimore, right?
I'm from Jersey. I'm right near Delaware.
Bap is in Kansas. Baltimore is Daryl, I think.
Okay, I'm trying to see who
Darnell.
All right, so see most people, if you're not in a big city and you get caught with a little weed, they'll try to make that a big deal. In case I've had people, that had a problem with that. But like in Chicago, okay, they got murders and real crimes. They ain't gonna bring you in for one bag of weed. Like they'll get busted down the crossing guard or something with that. Like, but everybody ain't in that luxury to be in a city where they got bigger things to worry about. So
I mean, I'm surprised he's saying that because it definitely, I don't know what part of Delaware he's from, but it's serious out in certain parts of Delaware, bro. Like,
I'm from the trap. I'm from the trap. I see it.
So you're okay with all that nonsense, dog? Like, do you want to be a cop or something when you grow up, or what's going on?
Why do I
Can you send Stony Rock's comment, please, Jay?
Let me see where Stony Rock. All right. Saying, hell no, I don't. I was stopped and frisked 4 times and I didn't commit any crimes and I was given stupid excuses.
And one of those times they could have sat there and used whatever in the world excuses they were using as probable cause to actually arrest them. But sure, stop and frisk was for gang members, and sure, it was just helping get rid of the gang members. But I'm going to back all the way out that conversation because no.
No, we all just talking, ain't nothing to get too serious. But before you say something, Young, let me just say this. Birds Nation, they was proven he confessed. The serial rapist confessed that he did that Central Park stuff. You don't believe him?
A serial rapist.
Yeah, because he confessed he raped that woman, and it was years later. I think one of the dudes actually was in jail with him, served with him or something, and didn't even know it.
But I don't know if they raped the woman or not. I do know that they was going through the park. They're beating up and robbing citizens. I mean, one guy still had brain. I think he just recently passed away, but he had brain damage from what they did to him. So, I mean, I have a lot of facts on that.
Charge him with that crime.
What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say if that's the case, charge him with that crime. Then don't charge him with another crime. If that was the case, Slim, what was you gonna say about that?
I was gonna say, just because somebody's a gang member doesn't mean that they're lawbreakers. Doesn't mean that they deserve to be harassed or stopped.
That's exactly what a gangster is.
What do you wait? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean that. Just because you're part of a gang or affiliated with it. Okay, do they stop motorcycle gangs? Do they stop parts? You know what I'm saying? White boys on motorcycles.
Yes,
is that stop and frisk?
No. The known motorcycle gangs, yes, they have undercovers in there and they get indicted and arrested.
Come on, bro.
But that ain't stop and frisk.
That's not stop and frisk.
That's actually
they not the ones that's on the block though. They not the. How can you only stopping and frisking people who are on the block?
You got a good point.
Well, you watch too much TV. Everything's not power in the real world, bro. Like just because you're a part of a gang doesn't mean that you're out. You know
that is true.
It's not. You're still human, and you still have constitutional rights. That doesn't mean that just because you're part of a gang means that you can be harassed, stopped, and frisked just because you're part of a gang. Stop, bro. Stop it.
You can't have unlawful searches and seizures, no. But when you have probable cause, that's different.
What's probable cause?
Literally make up probable cause. That's why stop and frisk got ruled to be unconstitutional in some of the states that was used. Because they were not actually using probable cause.
Right. You're right. Probable cause should be to whatever crime you're talking to, not when you're a gang member. That's enough. You probably causing some problems. So let me stop and frisk you. Like it don't work that way.
Everybody, gang members, the Constitution. That's what it means, bro. It's for everybody.
Now let me ask you this, Bird.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Bird because he say he from the trap. I'm assuming you're a black person. You sound black at least.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay. Silly. So how did you come? You say you used to be a liberal Democrat. How did you come to become on this side of views on things?
I mean, even when I was a Democrat, I would constantly find myself questioning their policies all the time. When it came to gay rights, I was like, okay, but comparing it to civil rights, that's wrong. They don't go through the same things we went through during civil rights. I always thought that was wrong.
I agree with that, but then what you mean? So they shouldn't have rights then?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're not going to a restaurant and being told they can't sit down and eat. They're not having high pressure water hoses thrown on them. They didn't go through. Nobody's denying them anything. They can get married. They can do it. I just don't want it shoved down my throat. It's like when we watching Power. Like we got to see all this gay stuff. Like
the shy.
Yeah, the shy and Power.
That's the gay shit.
Power's getting on that too now with the new spinoff, and the one boy, ball player.
Right. You're talking about Mount Everest.
And I just started doing research. I just started learning about the different parties. I first started paying attention to politics back in 2000 when Bush got elected. That's when I started learning about the electorals. And then that's when I started learning that we don't actually pick the president. We just pick the electorals and they pick the president. And then even then I was still voting Democrat. And then when Trump came along, I remember Trump from like way back, watching him on TV. And I just listened to his policies. I didn't even think he was going to win. I was like, but I'm going to vote for him and hope that he does. I didn't think he was going to beat Hillary. But I woke up and he won, and I was like, okay, so we'll just give him 4 years, see what he does. But then I watched everybody vilify him and make up stuff about it, and it wasn't even true. Like, I don't agree with all his policies, but I was like...
So what is one thing you think was made up that wasn't true?
Like, calling him a racist. Like, that's crazy. Like,
of all the things, you think that's not true?
That's crazy. Like, black celebrities used to go to his parties all the time. I mean, there's other stuff like
that don't mean
the whole
nothing.
Russiagate stuff. That wasn't true. I mean, Joe Biden.
About how he treat people in his buildings. That'll let you know your true colors.
How many not racist people do you know who got found guilty of redlining?
Right.
What is that? What's redlining? He got found guilty of this. I'm gonna research it later. He got found guilty of redlining.
Yeah, redlining is what used to be legal before a Civil Rights Act. Redlining is what kept a lot of African American people from gaining wealth, and it was what they do to keep people from living or buying homes in certain areas, because those areas are valuable, and they try to make it seem like all black areas is bad or this or that. They purposely was kept when people had money. They wouldn't allow them to move in certain things. They kind of touched on that in Lovecraft Country, what they was trying to do with Letty. And they had, even in the newspaper, black woman crosses the color line when she had moved in that house. That was like in the newspaper. So
you're
like
saying Trump was convicted of this. He was convicted in court of law or something. Like
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think that he was doing that in New
exactly.
Jersey. I think he was doing that in Atlantic City.
I do
Because the
know
story
he
I
was
heard is that
stopping
he just
certain
wouldn't do
people
any.
from living in his buildings. I don't know the rest of everything, but I do know if Bap said it, you could check it out. She normally know what she talking about, but I don't, know for a fact. But I wouldn't put it past him.
So you don't think Trump's a racist? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
Now, I'll say this. I don't necessarily think he's racist either. I don't think he has a regard for anybody. I think he manipulated racists, and I think he's an opportunist. But I don't know if he has personal convictions about black people or not.
I love
that
Russell
when I
said
watched
he
it,
is.
Oh my
watched
God!
it for 4 years. We had the best economy historically for 3 years.
Literally benefiting off of the stimulus that happened under Obama.
Right.
No, that's not true. That's not.
That is very true.
This was his economy.
That is literally true.
This was his economy. This was definitely his economy, because he made all kinds of deals to make this work. More black people were employed. Less black people were unemployed.
Hey, the blacks like me. Just ask Birdman. Birdman likes me. Just feed Birdman Jr. That's why you like it. I feed you, little Birdman, Little Wayne. That's why you with me, huh? I told you, I'm there with the blacks.
Yeah, I don't really care if he's personally racist or not. I know what he said, and I know the type of people he was manipulating, and I know the attitude and environment that he fomented while he was president. So his own personal convictions don't matter to me at all.
Where's my computer? I can show you KKK Ku Klux Klan member who endorsed Joe Biden.
I don't care.
But you can't stop who endorse you. We talking about what he's saying do.
Right, but he got a lot of flack for some Ku Klux Klan person endorsing him. But they never questioned Joe Biden.
He didn't say he didn't want their support, though.
He did say a bunch of times.
He said that after people said that he needed to say that he didn't want their support.
He never heard of the dude until everybody started making a big
There is
deal.
no way in the planet Earth that a person his age never heard of David Duke.
Right.
That's a lie from the pit.
He didn't know that he endorsed him.
Okay.
Until they kept making a big deal about it.
Okay, so what do you think about what happened in Charlottesville and he didn't say nothing? It's good people on both sides.
That's not the full statement. I'll send you the full statement. That's just doctor. I have to send you the full statement. That's just doctor. That's not what he was talking about when he said that, though.
So in
he
short,
was quoted.
Right.
He was taken out of context. He was taken out of context.
Okay, so what about when he told the Proud Boys, stand down, stand down?
The Proud Boys aren't a terrorist group. Y'all quick to say something about the Proud Boys, but
I didn't say they was a terrorist group. I just saying they racist though.
They something like one.
How are they racist when their leader is black?
I don't care if they're racist or not. Like y'all,
black man.
Hey,
you saying they're not? You're saying they're not a terrorist group. They literally sit there and organize people to go overrun the dang Capitol. Right. That is literally they were there. Why were people from the Proud Boys arrested?
Just
let's not play with.
I watched Antifa and Black Lives Matter burn this country down all summer. So
what does that have to do with what I said, though?
But are they terrorists? Because you won't call them terrorists.
Yeah, it is.
There's nothing that I supported about Black Lives Matter protest that ended in a riot. So what are you talking about? People won't call them out. That's an assumption.
Because you won't call them a terrorist, but soon as you poke in a bear and then when they fight back, you say that they're crazy.
I did. Anybody who was burning down buildings of people who had nothing to do with anything racist were terrorists. Now we've got past that part. Okay, now what about the Proud Boys and what they did?
The Proud Boys didn't do anything.
So why were they arrested? Why did their leader get arrested?
Because this is all to set them up. Like they didn't
That is completely
so let me ask you
ridiculous.
this. Are you saying that, because I've heard this narrative that it wasn't Trump supporters that stormed the Capitol, it was Antifa and Proud Boys in disguise. I mean, not Proud Boy, Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Do you believe
Yeah, right.
There was a few Antifa people there. One of them even got arrested and was on CNN and was exposed.
The large majority, at least 99.999% of the people was people who supported Trump.
Right.
So why
didn't care about
big deal? But the Kavanaugh vote when the left stormed the Capitol, you don't.
How many people got killed then?
Nobody stormed the Capitol for the Kavanaugh vote.
They did go inside the Capitol Rotunda. Did they go in? Were they tearing down? Were they tearing down doors?
Yes, they was banging on doors trying to get in. It was the same thing. It's just
it was literally not the same. How many people died?
It does.
You avoided that question. How many people died?
The only people that died was on Trump's side. There was one girl who got killed.
The police officer was on Trump's side?
No,
the police officer who
there's
Trump
new
people beat
evidence
to death?
that's coming out about him that says he never got hit with a fire hydrant. The
Did
surveillance.
he get killed? Is he dead?
No, he was home like a couple days after that, texting saying
Now we done. We done. He was home after he died. Bye.
I can
Goodbye.
send you the videos.
Have a good day.
Mic off. Shut his mic off.
Let me turn my mic off.
No, we getting ready to wrap it up in 20 minutes anyway, because it's be 3 hours. But here's one thing I do like. I know y'all ain't really serious. You may be about the mic off thing, but we all got to like listen to each other and talk more, because when we start to cut each other off and stuff, then he goes and listens to some stuff and goes down into this rabbit hole, and we can't bring him out.
They cut you off when they want to hear what you got to say.
And that's why we losing you, because you going into your own echo chamber and you ain't hearing people like me and everybody else trying to bring you back,
See,
bro.
that's why I said I shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
No, you gotta say something, because the part of
I don't hear other people. I grew up around leftists and Democrats my whole life, so I've heard the other side already.
Can I say something? This is what I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna get to you, Slim. I'm not saying you don't necessarily hear it, but like part of the thing I'm saying is, anytime we say anything that you don't like, anything about Trump or say this, it's always either discredited, fake news, nothing. Like it's nothing that anybody can say from any other media other than media you already listen to that agree with you. So how can you ever hear anything new? Like I listen to the stuff you hear, but I listen to the other stuff. But if everything I listen to, I'm a discredit, how can you ever hear a conflicting point or a different side, or maybe not see something you didn't know?
But I do hear it, and you do the same thing when it comes to your
But you don't believe none of it, though.
I don't, because I know it's not true. I can send you research that I've done on this.
Okay. Sam, what you want to say right quick?
I want to say, my issue was something he said. It was like, oh, I watched Black Lives Matter burn down the country all summer. Bro, come on. We know who was doing that, bro. Just to make it look like Black Lives Matter was burning down the country. We seen it. And if you didn't see
come out and denounce it.
But no, he's not saying that. I got videos of police actually breaking stuff and starting fires.
I got videos of people.
It's on my Instagram.
That wasn't Black Lives Matter burning things down.
Yeah.
It make it look like it was Black Lives Matter.
Yep. And it was some people on video breaking up cars and starting the stuff and spray painting on stuff. And then it looks like, you know,
you got Kyle Rittenhouse walking around with a freaking assault rifle.
Right. He shot somebody and killed him, didn't he?
Yeah.
They were trying to push a burning dumpster into a gas station. And they got
but
mad
my
at
beef with the riots and stuff, you can say Antifa was burning buildings and stuff and it wasn't Black Lives Matter. But Black Lives Matter let Antifa take over what was their movement. You know, so, they let them become the face of it, and they
said Black Lives Matter. And then I said
they were almost proud of
some
they were almost proud of the destruction they were doing.
But I say there was some Antifa people pretending to be Trump supporters. That's far fetched. But you can say that Black Lives Matter was taken over by Antifa and other.
No, that's not what I was saying. And you literally interrupted what I was saying mid-sentence.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Bab finish. I just want to say, reason people think that's far-fetched because we see the videos. Everybody is white that stormed the Capitol. All right, go ahead, Bab.
What I was saying was there were literal people who literally identified with Antifa who burnt buildings in Kenosha and in Seattle and Portland and stuff like that. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's not anybody saying, oh, these people took over anything or anything like that. They literally went up there, said they were Antifa, did
But
these
they're
things,
supported by
and they
that.
became you're interrupting me.
Kamala Harris bailed them out of jail. She raised money to get them out of jail.
Oh, come on, stop.
All right, cool. That's
All
it.
right.
Continue, dear. Continue.
No, I'm good.
Hey,
I'm good.
let's
Y'all
go
want to talk about this second impeachment trial that didn't work?
right. Let's go on to the next topic right quick. But I do want to say I'm gonna go on a lighter note instead of next topic. I'm gonna go to Instagram or something. So
you can go to Gorilla.
Jay, can I ask you something real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, did you see where an article where Biden he wants to shut down the credit bureaus?
Really? No, I didn't see that. What? Tell me about that. I need to look that up.
Yeah, they want to get rid of the three. Was it Equifax, TransUnion, and what's the other one?
Experian.
Yes.
And why would he want to do this? How could this help people?
Because it says credit scores are prejudicial against the poor. That's what he said.
That's true.
It's because of the gap in. They want to do something about the economics, the gap in economics, I guess.
Right. I don't think that will help. I think maybe try to reformat it some way. Because then if you take away the credit report, then it's basically gonna make it where banks ain't gonna want to loan you no money either. You ain't gonna be able to get a car or a house or something because then they're gonna be not wanting to loan you money because they don't know you.
Double-edged sword.
Right. Yeah, and make you even more poor. So I don't know. I think they should do how they, calculate your score. But if they get away with it, you gotta have something else. Black folks really ain't gonna be able to get a loan, get a car or nothing. Don't got no savings.
That's what that's my beef with the left. They tend to instead of trying to find a more practical solution, they tend to go all the way to tearing something down, and it's like you don't need to go that extreme. You can find something in the middle.
And I agree with that.
Workable.
I agree with you 100% on that. That's the same thing with the gun stuff. So they want to not let you have anything, whereas I think it may be some other steps maybe before that. I don't know. I think it's just going way over correcting. But guns kill, so I know that's not as simple as other topics. You know what I mean? Because you could kill people. But it's just not that simple. I hope it, work out so that they don't make legal people felons overnight. You get caught up, or have to turn in everything.
But that's what they shooting for, though.
Well, you like it. That stop and frisk is all they need to do.
Stop and frisk has nothing to do with gun rights. If I get caught with a gun on me.
Support them coming down hard on you, taking away your rights. It's about
I support them coming down hard on people who are illegally obtaining firearms.
Gang members.
Crimes with them. And committing crimes with them.
I do too. I think everybody supports people coming down hard on the criminal, but I think you should do your job too. So stop and frisk is lazy. Oh, it's a bunch of them black. Let's just stop and frisk them, see what we come up with. No. Do your job then. If you think that they're criminals, investigate. Do the right thing. Treat them like you should. Like if they was the mob, you would do it.
Jay.
What's up, Trini?
One Johnny trying to get your attention for the longest while.
All right, I see she say I'm trying to get your attention. What? I've been seeing some of her comments. It says, please share this, but then it say I'm trying to get your attention. So I didn't see what she wanted to share. But I appreciate it. You got to remember they're behind too. A lot of people don't know this. So when you're actually here talking with me live, you're about almost close to a minute ahead of everybody watching.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, they're a little bit behind. That's why she's still saying I'm trying to get your attention after we talked about it, because everybody's a little behind. So
Jay, did you talk about Your Honor? Did you do
yeah,
Your Honor yet?
Yeah, I talked about Your Honor.
you said you wanted something.
I said I wanted to what?
Talk about something lighter. You could talk about the Gorilla Glue girl getting the glue taken out her head.
Right. I got something on that too, finally, for her. But this right here is a little funny right here. It's this new security system. So you know, I'm like Birds Nation, man. I gotta go hard on crack dealers. And so this dude came with some crack, and we had to take him out. You don't come delivering crack right here. Oh my God! What's up?
Man!
Yeah, take him out.
Wow.
We gotta go hard. Take him out. Gotcha.
Booty, rockin'.
Right, it ain't stopping Chris, more like stopping Trip on this mug, boy. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. You gonna go hard on the crack dealers over there, Bert?
I can't see the sun.
I've seen this video a bunch of times.
Man.
Right. Dude hit his face.
Man.
That's a
Yeah,
shame.
that looked like it hurt. That looked painful.
Right. And his boy that's the thing, man. It's just like if you best friends with the man that get knocked out in the box, all you can do is just stand there.
You should have grabbed the rail. Oh, yo, that's a lawsuit, bro. I would sue them. That's a lawsuit.
It was extra slippery. They should have put some salt on the porch.
Yeah, don't order no DoorDash and then have
Can we please stop seeing his butt, please?
One more for the
He slipped like the Home Alone guys off of Home Alone.
Right.
Harry and Marv.
Right. He just totally out of it. Let's talk about little Gigi over here. So
Not Gigi.
little Gigi Gorilla Glue. She done got scalped. Last of the Mohicans, last of the Motisa tribe.
That ain't real.
Yeah, I heard that was fake.
I heard that wasn't her.
I heard she got the surgery done. She didn't lose any hair.
Right.
Yeah, they got the glue out her hair.
One Journey wanted me to show Mantis X10 Elite.
Had to get surgery? Why she put Gorilla Glue in her hair?
They didn't do a surgery. They did a procedure where they used like acetone and something else to get that stuff out her hair.
But why she put it in her hair?
Because she's stupid.
At the same time.
Sorry.
Right. Sally, you right. I ain't never seen no crack like that. That was gross. Yeah, she dumb. And I asked when I first heard about this story why she didn't use. I know about fingernail polish, but that's basically acetone, right? Fingernail polish remover, I mean.
Wait, was she trying to sew some hair in her head or something? Like glue some hair in her head? Or what was she doing?
Laying down her hair so she could put a ponytail in.
Wow.
With Gorilla
Glue. Women use glue for that? I thought y'all tied it together or something in a knot. My Little Pony.
Most people use gel. She was using this basically like a French type spray called Got to Be Glue. She ran out of that, and so she went ahead and used the Gorilla Glue and some other products.
Oh man.
Yes.
What do dumb call me? That's crazy.
Is that a real head? That's a real
review. Head? Right.
No, that's not her head.
Dumb.
That look like God.
I got a new product and I got a review coming. It's gonna take a while to put together, but all my members, I'm gonna update you as I go. But I'm gonna put it all together into one video when I'm done. But that's gonna be in a few months. And the product that I went and got is Smile Direct Club. Yeah, I signed up for it. I got the little aligners things. It's in my mouth now. And I didn't know this stuff hurts. I guess it's moving your teeth in position, so I guess that would hurt. But most people that got braces or this stuff never tell people that actually hurt. That's actually hurt. But I done got used to it. It's amazing how you could get used to pain and crazy stuff. I done got used to so much stuff. But you know, it is kind of expensive, but kind of not. So like if you want to pay for it up front, then it's like around $2,000. That's why I say it's kind of expensive. I didn't do that option, although I would have liked to, but I ain't really trying to put up no 2Gs up front. So they got another option where you can put up $250 and then you pay like $60, $70 a month. And so that's what I did.
That's more like my option, the layaway option.
That's my option. That's what I chose. And you know, it's working for me. The only difference is they charge like an extra maybe $250 on the back end. So if you pay up front, it's $2,000. But if you do the payment plan option, you'll pay like maybe $2,400 or $2,300.
Okay.
So you know, but hey, it ain't that bad if you paying monthly. And then they got all kind of different deals and stuff going on. So I actually got it, and like my monthly is like $60 or something. Now they do, once you take the pictures with your mouth, and then you put the thing in your mouth, and then you put in the little impressions.
Pause.
What's up? Said pause. Once you do all of that, the scan, then when you go to your account, it's like a 3D model of your mouth. And they show like how as it goes, because the way that they send it in the box is it come with this little kit, and you just take out the aligners 1 week at a time. That way you don't mess it up. It ain't like they sent you a bunch of stuff you got to figure out and keep track of. It's in its own little plastic patch, like a little weed bag with your little liners in it. Then each week is a different progression. And you can see on the digital scan that like in 5 or 6 months that that it only take 5 months according to them, and your stuff will be straight. So it's doing most of your front. It ain't doing all your back though. So if you need your whole, you know, grill redone, it might take a little longer. But hey, I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see if it works.
It's a retainer, so it's basically a retainer, right?
Well, no, it's actually straightening your teeth back into place though. So as I'm getting older, my teeth are shifting. I didn't have spaces in my teeth when I was younger, but now my gums are getting weaker from a lot of medication and stuff, and so now my teeth are shifting, and that just gets on my damn nerves. So I keep looking. I'm like, oh my God, I had to do something. But so that's what I did. I got One Journey on the show. Hey, One Journey, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Jay, I was trying to get your attention when we're talking about guns and blah, blah, blah.
I
And
posted the thing up here.
Yeah, but I wanted you to pull it up. It's the Matrix X10, and you can actually, you don't have to go to the range. You can use your TV as the range.
Oh, I've seen that where people can hunt.
Right. My neighbor has it. So right, because so we don't go to the range anymore. We just use her TV. And some of the range around me are very racist. And the black,
they are.
The black range, the black places that you can go, they're a little bit more further away from me, like 30 miles. So to use something like this to keep your skills sharp, even if you're in an apartment or wherever, it is very useful. But I think every black person needs to be armed at this point, simply because not just to protect your home and your person, but they're crazy. Also, on my the top of my my truck, right? What I did was my Silverado, I put a little box on top of it, velcroed it, and that's where I have my my IDs and my paper if they say license and registration. So it's right on top of where the steering wheel is. So I just clip that open and I give them the paperwork. My hands don't move. It's still up. I don't have to bend down for nothing. Everything is there. Another good thing too is,
and you're in Georgia for those.
Right. Exactly. But it doesn't matter. Female, black, they still want you. They want to throw you on the ground, break your face, break your teeth. They hate us too. Okay, so just to protect yourself.
You make it really sound scary though.
For real.
Well, actually, it is, Jay. It is.
It is, and you really made it sound that way.
Yeah, and Malcolm X warned us that the female black is not protected, not respected, none of that. You know what I mean?
Something right quick. Which one of these should I click on of these things?
Oh, Matrix 10X. You don't want to do a video, so I think you want to do.
Just pull it up so people know what we talk.
Right, exactly.
This is it.
Yes, sir. And I had put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, I never heard of this before.
Yes, it's very, very good. There's all different kinds. That one is a little expensive, but there are other ones. But that one I know works.
What is this he doing? So this isn't a real gun.
No, it comes with fake bullets and a resting. You see that little plastic thing on the nozzle, that resting point, and so it's a fake bullet, a fake kind of thing that they have, but you put it inside your real in your real gun, and then you shoot towards the TV.
So can it recreate the recoil from a real gun?
Everything, yes, but you have to take out your real bullets, of course, and put in their fake bullets. That little stand on the tip. There's one on the
thing says Mantis on the tip. This is what it is, and that's actually a real gun. This is a real gun.
Yes, you use your own real gun, but there's two plastic parts that you use. That's on the front and on the buck where the end where the bullets go. I know, so female, right? I know.
Right. You're talking about
the magazine.
Right.
Exactly. And you point it at your TV and you practice, because you don't need to be at the range right now. It is not safe for COVID, but you still need to practice what you're doing. And it's like $250, I think this one is. So you can buy it with your friends, slice up the price, and just put the software on the TV and get going.
And you're shooting at this thing, I take it.
You're shooting at the TV.
But this is above the TV, capturing the light ray.
Exactly, and that thing is just on your phone, but it's connected to your smart TV too. And
it's like Duck Hunt. Like Duck Hunt.
Basically.
Yes, exactly.
With a real gun.
Exactly. Yes, and they're fake bullets. Yes, the bullets never come out. They're just a little computerized little bullet.
But it makes the gun shake like a real recoil.
Correct. Exactly.
Rumble pack.
Rumble pack.
Right.
That's
so
funny.
even if you're in an apartment or wherever you are, you don't want to pay that monthly fee to go to the range, you still have something to sharpen your skills, even with your children and your sons and your daughters, so that they have some sense of knowing how to protect themselves, because we're living among our enemies. Sad to say, but that's just how it is. And at this point, we have to be smart like Israel. Israel has weapons, okay? They have an army waiting. We don't have an army waiting, but at least we can defend ourselves. Israel bring their sons and their daughters in. By the time they're 17, boom, you're going into that army. You're going to learn everything. But we sit home trying to figure out, are we going to go get our associate degree or our BA degree, which is it's good to survive and you make more money, but you also need to have self-defense. And that's what I wanted to share tonight, and I enjoyed everything, guys.
I appreciate it. Hey, you just told me something, because I didn't never heard of this before.
Yes, so Jay, you can do it too, you and your son, because you already have your weapons, but you need their little microchip to put inside your computer. It looks like a gun, but it's not. And so you and your son can practice.
I'm a little cheap though. I don't want to pay $250.
Jay, you can have a fundraiser. Come on. And what I liked about growing up in New York,
they can send it to me and I'll do a product review.
Hey, that works. That works.
That works. And I will review it, and I will let you know.
Jay, did we meet the channel budget this month? Because you said $50 for the live and blah blah blah. Did we meet the channel budget?
Not yet, but it's
all right.
still
Then you gotta let us know to hit that thing so we can make the channel budget. We're enjoying you, and we gotta help with the budget.
Well, I appreciate it. I wish, I had a few thousand more of you. Might be somewhere, but Eric, like I say, we all got a part to play. If you all didn't at least, able to contribute financially, make sure you at least subscribe on Twitter. You definitely gotta watch. Not Twitter, Twitch.
Twitch.
I need y'all to sign up on Twitch. I need your support. It's free and it is very helpful.
Yeah,
and it's the last thing I need on Twitch to finally get monetized. And so it's 75 people watching. Is not that easy on a new platform. So every little bit helps. For those that do want to support and help, I appreciate it monetarily. You can support on Cash App and all the other good stuff. And those that sent something from my mom's for her birthday, I really appreciate it. I can't believe it. Wow, time flies. It's sometimes hard for me to think of her as an old lady, but she is. I hope she ain't hear that part. But what else? She's 84, so I'm blessed and happy she made it. But damn, man, my mom is old, y'all. Man, I hope she stay around another 20, 30. But then again, that's life. So we just gotta take advantage and enjoy what we can when we can. Stop the smell.
Give every time you have with her.
There you go, man. Shoot, I almost was out of here before her 10 years ago. So you never know what the hell may happen.
Right.
So yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody tonight. We had a lot of good stuff to talk about, and
not the Gorilla Glue. Oh, that doctor who helped the girl with the Gorilla Glue.
He's about to get rid of his dreads.
I just wanted to say that doctor who helped the young lady with the Gorilla Glue was very handsome, and I want to marry him.
Now I'm about to look him up before we get up out of here.
Dr. Michael Obang.
You got a Dr. Sebi.
Is he the one from Africa? That's him.
I think
he's the one from Africa.
Dr. Sebi.
No, the doctor that helped her with the Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, he's from. I think he's Nigerian.
What happened to just a razor? Why you gotta have surgery?
She didn't have surgery.
Just cut it off.
They did like a mixture of acetone and prescription strength adhesive remover and some sort of oil. I forgot what it was, to get that stuff safely out of her head without damaging her scalp.
This is him.
Yes, I know his name on Journey because he's handsome.
There you go. Him. Hey, Bap still like the dark skinned chocolate brothers, man. She bringing the chocolate back, man. I guess those light skinned brothers is in trouble, huh? I'm trying to bring light skinned brothers back.
What you talking about, Jay?
You say what?
You said bringing it. What do you mean bringing it back? The chocolate never left.
Bap likes people with the brain, be they dark skinned, light skinned, whatever skin, have a brain, and a functioning brain. That's all.
This picture right here, this is when she was getting it done.
Oh God,
I can see.
What a mess.
No, that's her and her one of her family members. The one there's one in the middle that's showing her getting the procedure done. Where she's laying down.
They did.
I see. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
This is crazy. To look cute. This was all to look cute. And that's another problem. One thing I kind of was talking about when was that Birds? You was talking about you taught your daughter how to shoot at 7.
Yeah.
Like I would like us to teach our daughters especially more skills than other than popping it and dancing on Instagram and trying to look cute all the damn time. Like it's
right.
It's more to offer than look cute, because when you don't look cute no more, you wonder why the man don't stick around. Like, do golfer don't know how to cook. You know, people don't know how to cook, don't know how to do this, don't know how to do that. Not to say a woman should cook. My son know how to cook. I made sure he know how to cook. You know what I mean? Like everybody should. I don't give a damn man or woman. You should know how to feed yourself and make something nice for your significant other.
They need to teach both young men and women nowadays how to hold a conversation.
Man, really?
And they need to teach them critical thinking.
Hey, attention span is gone because of the phone.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't watch my videos because they longer than 3 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like that myself. I have to come back to your videos later.
Right. Now, hey, I understand maybe everybody don't got enough time to sit and watch it through, you know, especially on a replay. I can get that. But, you know, a lot of people don't watch it at all because it's so long. They'll just skip it or something, you know. But, I did used to cut them up, but then people wasn't watching it as much, and I just stopped. But I might go back and split them up again. We'll know. That reminds me to one last thing. Hey, I'm looking to allow people to come in. We can work together. So if you all want to, you know, make thumbnails, or you good at, you know, writing stuff or something, let me know. Also, you can hit me up with articles and different things you want me to talk about on Instagram or on Twitter and on my email. And I got a few that I talk about. That Biden crime bill video I got to play on Wednesday, though. On Wednesday is when I get to play the video. So
I'm going to be at work all night, so I'm going to miss that. But I'll go back and check you out.
All right, no problem. Sally Ann, thank you so much for that. I'm going to go ahead and get that to my mom. Sally Ann, thank you for the huge support. This meeting the budget and a lot more. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my mom's, though, for her birthday. I'm going to go ahead and send her a little something, too. Can't just, you know, not send nothing. Say, well, hey, this is for you. But, hey, my mom's something else, so I appreciate it. Hey, Young Slim, thanks for coming, even though you just snuck in my crib. We're going to have to talk about that. Intruder alert.
Yeah, I thought that was really
thanks, man.
I didn't know that was the background.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yo, at what point did you talk about Your Honor? I got to go check that out, man. I want to see what you said.
I talked about Your Honor for like 30, 40 minutes. It was in the first hour, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Or somewhere around in the first, towards the end of the first hour.
Okay.
See, and that's the point. If you all watch and you want to help and edit, and you know what time I talked about this or that, you can send it. We can collaborate. I'm looking for other people help make this, you know, a whole thing. We could work it together. So, you know, but I appreciate it. Birds, I appreciate having you on the show.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Yeah, I can see that crack in the wall. I'm going to crack it. I'm going to get over it. Get to it. Get that news. Get the news to you. I'm going to do it.
No, never, bro. I'm about to move to Florida.
Oh, no. Don't do that. You don't need you in the sun, man. There's too much sun. Cook the brain, man. You ain't going to, damn sure ain't going to get it. No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. Appreciate you, man. Bap, I appreciate you coming, sis. And don't be talking about you shouldn't have said nothing. You supposed to say, and you did good. Okay? Ain't nobody argue. We all got along. It's okay to have, you know, difference of opinions. That's the beauty of this country, that we can do that. You know, maybe Birds may see a perspective he didn't think of, or maybe you may, or maybe somebody else. You never know.
Oh, Lord. Chris asking how she applied the eyelashes, the Gorilla Glue girl.
Right. Yeah, she gonna have them permanently. John, I appreciate you coming. We was doing a lot of talking, so you and Trini didn't get that much in on the second part, but I appreciate you still for sticking in there and what you was talking about earlier from Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no problem. And Trini, thanks for coming through, brother.
You already know. Always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. And we watched this yesterday. So Judas and the Black Messiah, I talked about that also. And we watched it on Twitch. So if you want to go and watch the movie, you can go and check it out on Twitch. It was good. If you don't have HBO Max, check it on out. And you know, I had a good time. Appreciate everybody for coming up. It was a great show. And you know, I'll be back tomorrow, talk about a couple more things. And I just want everybody to be safe and you know, take care of yourself, man. Life is too precious, man.
All right.
Even for gang members.
Exactly. Hey, Bobby Rush, he was considered a gang member, then he was a congressman. You never know what somebody may be.
That's true.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So you get one weed charge, that ruined their whole thing for 20, 30 years.
Man.
You know, so it's some bull. But anyway, on that note, everybody be safe. Peace. I'm out.
Good night.
All right, Jay, man.